Wait. I can't finish like that. What? Anyway, the off-season revenge tour continues. And by the way, fam, I tell you, 49ers wasted no time, confirmed Ronald Blair signing and add Joe Walker, ex-Cardinal, Kerry Hyder. Tell you more about him in a second. To beef up that defense, it's all about the defense, because you already know Kyle's going to do what he does on offense, but can that defense not melt down like they did in the fourth quarter at the Super Bowl? Of course, I know there were some other factors as well, but, 49ers, as of this hour, though, family, $19 million in the till to be, used however you want to. We already know that's going to be on George Kittle for the most part. But now you understand why they did not go after E-Man Sanders. We should never question what we hear coming out of that front office. Because each and every time you think about what they're doing or try to trip on it, then it comes back a few minutes later that you were thinking wrong. You weren't on the same page. Our mentality cannot compete with what's going on in Santa Clara. So we need to stop, all right? And as I say, after all those personnel movements and sacrifices after last year, or should I say last week, not only have they brought back the majority of last season's Super Bowl participating team, they are wasting no time adding player selections to bring into camp to compete for a spot on the roster that is going to be a hell of a thing to make. By the way, don't think about that $19 million going toward OBJ. People need to get over OBJ, man. He ain't coming. And OBJ, I found out, $14 million is what his price tag is. Ain't no way in the hell. Trade all this and trade all that. Look like the Rams going to get Jalen Ramsey. Got traded the first round and the second round. I tell you what we're going to do. We give you next year's first and second round as well with it. We don't need nothing but Jalen Ramsey. Bring him on in. Now they can't pay him. Rams got a few more dollars than we do. I'm talking a few more. It's both at $19 million, right? You've got to be intelligent with these moves. You can't have every free agent out there. It's just not possible. So the 49ers are doing what they're doing now. They're going to sign George Kittle. You got $19 million. He can get that done deal this year. You got to wait till next year. I like that kind of thinking. As I mentioned, the second week of free agency rolls into Monday. Improving depth looks like it's going to be the focus from here on out. Today's move saw the 49ers agree to a one-year deals with linebacker Joe Walker from the Cardinals and pass rusher Kerry Hyder, according to the NFL Network reports. And the 49ers have not confirmed either deal just yet like they did Ronnie, but they, it's there. Hyder's a 6'2", 270-pound dude. I know, edge all over it, boy. He played last season with the Cowboys after a 2015-18 three-year stint with Lions. And, of course, Hyder put up a career-high 8 sacks in 2016 with the Lions, whose defensive line coach, as you may have guessed, it was Kris Kocurek. So he can come right on in and hit the ground running. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows what Kris Kocurek is cooking. So I'm kind of excited about that signing, especially comes off the edge. If we have 10 or 15 edge rushers, I ain't going to be mad. See, because I know DeForest is the best man in the planet that's not named Nick Bosa when he's on the field. But then there is that question. When is he going to be on the field and when is he leaving? Because he's going to do it, Walker joins the Niners after 4 years of the Arizona Cards to not only compete for a backup role as a linebacker, but to assist on special teams. Listen, this guy beat out the Cards' first-string linebacker. Walker's 27 years old, was a 2016 7th-round draft pick out of Oregon, where he played with AA, otherwise known as Eric Armstead, and Defoe, who just recently took the money and run on us. Go on, take the money and run. Done. I know, right? He's supposed to take $21 million. You think about it, you would have done the same thing. $21 million. They're going to give me 18 here, but I'm going to take 21. Oh, I hate money so much, I would just say no. I really think that he could have survived on $18 million somehow. No, I take it back. I would have took the 18 just to stay with the team I love. No, I take it back. Defoe was wrong. Walker began his career with the Philly Eagles and started the Cardinals' final 10 games last season, as I mentioned, an inside linebacker. The plan for him is that he presumably slides into a role vacated by Elijah Lee, who was the 49ers did not tender as a restricted free agent, as you know. A week ago, the 49ers agreed to re-sign Ronnie Blair. You knew they was going to finish this up, though, right? And they officially confirmed that move today with an accompanying statement from General Manager John Lynch. Lynch's statement began with the quote, "We are thrilled to have agreed with Ronnie Blair to continue with the Niner family. Ronnie is a great teammate who has developed into a key contributor to our defense. His versatility and playmaking ability, along with his strength of character off the field, make him special. Ronnie's work ethic makes us confident he will return to form, and this season, not next year, not on the pup. He's coming back now." Blair is coming off an anterior cruciate ligament replacement, as you know. He'll be vital towards shoring up a defensive front that lost D-Buck, but re-signed Armstead just last month. You know what I'm not wanting to say it, but you can say these things now because we've already lost him. I'm not going to be ridiculous about it, but I'm just saying, because it would sound hypocritical if I sit here and say things. But Daddy-O's right. He's absolutely right. Now, I've been fighting that, and I've been thinking to myself, man, we're going to suffer. We will, but not to the degree that some of us are thinking. Daddy-O states, beating up that depth on defense, we'll see if these guys can beat out someone for a roster spot. Okay, agreed with that. But Daddy-O goes on to say, the statement that provokes thought. Plus, let's not act like Defoe didn't have his flaws. He was not great in the run defense. Plus, he's not Aaron Donald, Warren Sapp, and the great Reggie White. Rest in peace, may he. Remember the weeks we were asking, where was Defoe? We did that a lot, huh? But we assumed because Eric Armstead was having such a day, the entire offensive line was blocking DeForest Buckner. I'm not sure if that was true. So we'll probably take a step back, but I don't know how big a step it'll be. I'd love to get your feelings on that. The 49ers are beefing up on guys. I'm not sure if Ronald Jones, who's going to be better against, see, this is what you call compensating thoughts to make yourself feel better. I'm not sure if Ronald Jones, and I do like me some is his name Kevin Givens? Givens, I tell you what, I need somebody to block that run. Armstead does a great job against the run. Armstead's got dual talent, so as you know, he can go get that passer too. Matty S. Hey, from Bend, Oregon. What's up, Matty S.? It's late. Let me go to the phone right quick. I'm telling you right now. Don't get mad. Don't at me now. When I say something on social media, I bet you feel the same way I do about DeForest Buckner. You still want to say that because you feel it's blasphemy, don't you? I do too to a degree, but I still think Defoe wasn't $22 million worth of football player. Oh, Defoe. Area code is 214. Hello. It's probably DeForest Buckner.
What's up, Ronbo?
Who is this? What is your name?
This Flossy B, man. What's going on,
Flossy
Ronbo?
B. I've seen you on social media all over the place. And up here in the chat, I think, too. Flossy B, man. Nice to meet you, man. I'm just
nice to meet you, Ronbo.
Thanks, fam. Yeah, I'm just checking out here. I'm thinking, 49ers are starting to work on that depth on defense. Like, there ain't nobody worried about offense because the 49ers, Flossy B, are they going to attack the draft like crazy men as far as offensive players and maybe get a defender or two? What are you thinking on this?
Yes, I'm loving that we should get a defender, but I'm wondering, when do we get a defender? And do we get a cornerback? I know we should get a shutdown corner, but I'm wondering why people keep saying a safety and we just signed Jimmy Ward.
And we got DeForest Moore. Flossie, I think some people have lightened up on the safety. I think people are talking about cornerback a lot, though.
Because Grant Delpit, he's nice, but he's got a little growing to do, and he's missed a lot of tackles, you know what I'm saying, this year. So that's why I'm not high on him.
Yeah. And
I'm very high on Lamb as far as the wide receiver goes, we all know the wide receiver class is deep, but we all know that the 49ers actually need a true number one receiver too.
For years, Flossie. For years. But we've been
So
getting by because of Shanahan's offense. But what if he had, like you say, a top-tier elite? I'd love to see what that would look like.
I think we'll be unstoppable, to be honest. And I'm thinking, like, if Lamb and Judy are not there, Ruggs is great. But I'm liking Mims, I'm liking Claypool, and I'm liking Antonio Gandy Golden as well.
Does he have a number one receiver look about him?
I think in another year, maybe, but the dude from his highlights, he catch everything.
Yeah.
I'm talking about he go up and get it, and he's pretty fast too at what he do. So I'm liking him.
Can he run routes?
From what I've seen, he got a lot of. He needs to polish up in that area, of course.
Yeah,
he needs to polish up in that area.
A lot of times these guys never polish up. They do, but they don't get. Some guys are just. You look at your Amari Coopers and your Judys, even OBJ to a lot. Your number one receiver seems to be. It seems to be a born talent. You know what I mean? You look at Dante Pettis. He's just got mental issues. You know, I've yet to see a guy that came in the league. Jerry Rice came in the league. He was a little raw, but he wasn't. You could still see he knew what he was doing, right? So you got to be careful with that.
Yeah.
The muscle guy that can go up and get the ball and outbeat people, yeah, but there's going to be that DB that locks him down every other game, though. So, I don't know.
And then I'm wondering. And then also wonder. I'm loving Derrick Brown. He's a Warren Sapp 2.0. Yeah, he's a Warren Sapp 2.0, and if he's there, we have to take him.
He's that good. Damn.
We have to. And I do.
What is his name?
Derrick Brown.
Derrick Brown?
Yeah, Derrick Brown from Auburn.
Okay.
I love him. He's Warren Sapp 2.0.
That's saying something.
I love Kinlaw, but I think Kinlaw have a tendency to get tired just a little bit in the fourth quarter. And maybe that might be due to him just being
overweight and out of shape.
Just, not around both of them. Let's say that.
Yeah, you know what, though? We're going to be rotating at a point where we're going to get him in condition. If he's going to play for the 49ers, he's going to be in shape. But the rotation is going to help him stay fresh into that fourth quarter. He actually gets tired, though. You've seen him do that. That's not a good thing. Because when you look at Bosa's motor running from beginning of the game, looking just as hardcore as it does in the fourth quarter as it did the first, see, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly. So what I'm saying, if Derrick Brown is there at 13, we take him. If not, it got to be Judy and it got to be Lamb. And if not, then I don't know. Where do we go then, Ronbo?
Yeah, we got a lot of guys in camp. I don't know. And here's the thing, Flossie. Kyle, there's always somebody that nobody saw that'll be coming into camp and will be saying, who the hell is that? And all of a sudden, you'll know who that is. But there's not a lot of surprises out there as far as wide receivers go. But I think the 49ers will be fine, even if they don't pick up a wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? Because the way the team is constructed, it's all about Kyle. But you want that top-of-the-line guy to see what he looks like in there. Flossie, we got to go though.
Also, one more thing before you go, Ronbo. I want you to look at this kid, Lamar Jackson from Nebraska. He so much reminds me of Richard Sherman. He's big and physical. Please watch him. Please look him up.
Lamar Jackson. I got you, fam. All right, Flossie B. Appreciate you getting in there. I'm gonna see you in another day or so. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Have a great night, man. And 49 Empire, man. Stand up. We back. We going to the Super Bowl, man.
Right. All right, Flossie B.
Have a good night, man. Thank you, Ronbo.
Thank you, fam. Hey,
yes, sir.
It's time for that Phil Chill Pill. Hey, Phil.
Hey, Ronbo.
Phil,
hey,
go ahead.
I wouldn't put too much into these two guys that they just signed.
They're probably
long
camp
shots
fodder
to make the team.
Yeah. It's going to be tough to
because,
make the team.
Basically what they're doing is they got to 83 players now on the roster.
We got to get 10
with the
more.
7 draft picks, they get to the 90 that they need for preseason. So I think they're just rounding out the roster. But what it does tell you is they've got nothing in the works for a trade back or a trade during draft day to get more draft picks.
Ooh.
They did. They wouldn't
Look at
have signed
Phil,
these guys.
investigative reading. Go ahead, Phil. You know, you make a good
So,
point. 'cause
I just don't think they have. You never know on draft day. Someone comes with an offer you can't refuse. Yeah, you're going to take it. But I don't think they have anything in the works before draft, so they signed these 2 guys just to fill out the roster. For,
and in fact, if you do the math, they got a couple more they're going to sign too.
I think this is it, actually. They got 83 and 7 in the draft pick. So they got 7 draft picks, so 83 will get them to 90.
Okay.
So, yeah. But anyway, I mean, they're probably going to be cut, but, that's what you got to do in the NFL.
I noticed last year, I thought DeMontre Moore had it made. This is the thing about the 49ers. If you're already established on the team, you're right. These guys are just coming in here to have fun during camp. Is it a 1-year minimum deal? Is that a minimum deal? I mean, they can't sign you for any less. They can't sign you for a 6 months.
Well, I think they just get guaranteed some money, like $100K or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not chump change, but for playing a couple preseason games, I mean, I would do it.
A couple of months. Oh God, yes. If you do that every year, and you'll be fine. Actually.
But it just tells me that the Niners have nothing in the works right now.
Yeah.
To trade.
That's a good point.
But
Very good.
again, on game day, anything can happen. But I also want to make a comment on. Someone said the Jets are not going to draft a tackle. Well, they signed 3 offensive linemen during free agency. One of them was George Fant. You know who he is?
Who is George Fant? The name. No, I'm thinking about the tight end.
He was on Seattle. He was a tight end that they moved to tackle because all their tackles got hurt. And that's who the Jets are going to put in their tackle spot. And he was the 43rd rated tackle in the NFL. 43
Phil,
out of
George Phil, where did
or
Fant?
53 out of 62.
Okay, where did Fant come from?
Excuse me?
What school did Fant come from?
Seattle. He was on Seattle.
No, he is from Seattle. He went to university.
No, he was with the Seahawks.
Okay, so he's been around for a while.
The Jets signed him as a free agent.
Okay.
But he was the 53rd highest rated tackle, and there's only 62 starting tackles in the NFL. So he was 53 out of 62.
And the Seahawks let him go.
So he's not that good.
Well,
and the Jets' other tackle on the right side was an undrafted free agent last year, or undrafted rookie, and he was lower than Fant. So if they don't draft a tackle,
that means they
if
don't
they
care
don't
about the
draft a
quarterback.
tackle, I mean, he's just not going to be able to throw the ball to a wide receiver.
Sam can move around. Sam moves around. Him and that guy in Buffalo, boy, they know how to get out of the way. They don't always find the guy to throw it to, but they can get out of the way.
I don't know, but I think the Jets are still drafting a tackle up there.
Sounds like it.
Just to protect Donald.
Yeah.
But, if they go wide receiver, it's the Jets. You never know with the Jets. You never know.
Yeah. It goes for a few
They do
teams.
crazy stuff.
Yeah.
There's a reason those teams are in the top 10 in draft picks.
Yep. And Phil, the Patriots are picked to win that division again, even though with a mass exodus leaving New England like crazy right now. I mean, guys are pulling out. As soon as Brady left there, that's it for me, and they're out of here. Hilarious.
Yeah.
Jamie Collins just left. There's another guy left along with him. I said, what the hell's going on in New England?
Hey, good thing we got to play that division this year.
We do play the Patriots, don't we?
We play the AFC East.
Yes. And that's
So we got the Jets.
We'll have Tom Brady luxury this year, except the Buffalo Bills are not easy. The Jets could be surprising.
But they're the only team in that division. Miami and the Jets are rebuilding.
Yeah.
So,
And New England, it looks like now.
Yeah.
That quarterback's not going to do anything like
Yep.
Tom Brady. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
No way. So I'm still sticking with Judy.
There you go.
All right, Rombo.
All right, fam. See you in a couple of days. All right. Have a good night, Phil.
All right, take care. Bye.
Rich Rivera says we need to keep Phil D. Chill Pills. 15-year contract. Pay him. Everybody loves you, Phil. And Rich, thanks for that contribution, fam. Area code is 431.
Yo, Ronbo.
Hey, who is this?
My name's Lev.
Did you say Les?
Lev, L-E-V.
Oh, Lev. L-E-V. Hey, Lev. How you doing, man?
Good.
Well, Lev, we're watching. Did you check out what Phil just said? And I hadn't even thought about that math. But obviously the 49ers are not, like everybody thinks, not probably planning on using those first-round picks for anything more than picking up the top talents that you can find in round one at 13 and 31. Lev, does that make you excited, or do you question that call? Is it going to be that way or
I
not?
don't know. It's tough to say. I think I don't know why everyone's not thinking about getting Lamb. I like Lamb.
Do you? You're not
At
out of the
13?
question. He may be the guy.
And then if Mims is available at 31, I think we have to
Oh, God,
to get Mims at 31 if he's there.
Oh, yes. Can you imagine? You go ahead and get Lamb. I said Lambs, get a Rams. Lamb and Mims.
Yeah, it'd be crazy.
We can say so long.
I got a story,
Dante.
Ronbo.
Go ahead.
Dante. Man,
I got it.
right?
He
Like
bothers me. All that talent, and he's scary. Oh.
Like Shanahan was so excited about him.
Well, yeah, because he looked good
Man,
when he was in Washington. God, Dante.
Yeah, I know.
His first year with us, he
I got a
was
story,
doing good.
Rombo.
Yeah.
Rombo, I got a story to tell you.
Go ahead.
I was going shopping, right?
Mm.
And so I live in Canada, and there's like no 49ers fans anywhere. And I'm talking to this guy at the Seahawks. I'm a Seahawks. My friend is a Seahawks fan, and
I know it got to
that
be
game, the game that so we clinched the number 1 spot. Now it was fun talking to him.
Yeah, I know it
But
was.
yeah, so I meet a guy. He's the owner of the shop, and he's an Irish. I'm talking to him, and he says, "Man, our team, we would have won the Super Bowl if it wasn't for Kyle Shanahan." He said, "Fire Kyle Shanahan."
Wait a minute. He said our team would
"You
have
just lost
won.
the customer."
He said we would have won if not for Kyle Shanahan. That's what he said.
Yeah, we had a different coach. I said, you lost the customer, man. Like, wow.
I mean, I would have
Fire
laughed.
Kyle
I'd have been laying on the floor and everything. Dude, Kyle Shanahan, he's the coach. He's going to be around for the next 2 years. His contract goes on and on. What are you guys going to do then?
That was crazy. Like, I don't know. I think Shanahan just overthinks everything, honestly.
Well, yeah.
Like, especially in that Super Bowl.
You know, Lev,
when they were like, yeah.
And I was just saying,
when they were kneeling the ball.
Okay, what?
I know. When they were kneeling the ball in like the end of the second quarter, and like they didn't want to go for the score, that made me mad.
Mm. And
like I was just watching back the
game. Yeah. And what everybody do? They didn't blame Kyle. They blamed Jimmy for being what they perceived as inadequate. And that's why Kyle didn't trust him. I said, damn that. He gets paid too much money. That is not what happened. That was Kyle's decision because he was concerned about the 49ers. If indeed there's a mistake, any number of things could have happened. And you don't want to put the ball back in the hands of Kansas City to end the half. Kyle, damn it. George Kittle was downfield. The guy couldn't even cover him. Try it again. Oh, no, he couldn't do it. Deebo Samuel's running all over those guys. Give it to him. No. Kyle's got to be too clever way too often. Kyle, do not to be clever all the time. Obviously, you get the week here, the week there. Work that. You run the ball to death, and we always wonder why. Well, do that too. Oh, see, okay, it's too.
I was watching the Super Bowl back, which is hard for me, but I don't know. Do you think that Kittle catches on offensive pass interference or no? What do you think?
No, considering the fact that other games that has been allowed. What was that game?
Yeah.
Minnesota Vikings. You know what? It was a petty call on a game where the refs weren't calling
Rudolph?
anything. If the refs aren't going to call anything, don't make that call either then.
And no holdings. They didn't call any holding calls.
See, whose hands does that play into? Who's got the most vicious pass rush? 49ers. So if you're not going to call holding, advantage Chiefs.
Exactly.
God, that's all right. You know what?
It's crazy.
Everybody knows it.
I'm excited though. I think the draft is gonna be interesting. I'm happy the Buckner trade. You know, I love Buckner. I give a Buckner hoodie. It's sad, so I flip.
Everybody does.
I love Buckner, but we needed it. We needed the cap space.
Yeah.
The pick's huge.
And Buck's asking for way too much. We can't afford that to keep our team.
$21 million.
And he got
Take 18, Buckner. Take 18.
Jesus, Defoe, that's not. Oh, okay. Anyway, Lev, we got to go, fam. And nice to meet you too. Now I got you in the system. Next time you call, I'll be ready for you, man. All right.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you.
And say hi to that guy in the mall that you were shopping at too in Canada.
Yeah. Thanks for the platform, man.
Thanks, Lev. You have a good night.
Yeah. See ya. Yeah,
Okay.
too.
And hey, local 49ers fan, thanks, baby. It's good that we took Joe Walker away from those paid spectators. I forgot, local 49ers fan, he does accuse all the people sitting in the stands in Arizona as being paid spectators. And you know, a local 49ers fan, you can also say the same thing about the Rams fans, too. I love saying it about them. Those are all actors out of the union. They're getting union wages and scale for sitting out there pretending to like a team like the Rams with that silly logo. You saw that, right? Oh, my God.
Yo.
Kerry Hendricks, come on in, man.
Oh, what's poppin', Ronbo? I ain't even know I was in here, man. I heard the view off thing, but I ain't know. Like, I thought I was tripping. What's up, man? What's up, Ronbo?
Yeah, I'm looking at the 49ers, and Phil just sort of like lit. I mean, there's a flame going off in my head. As soon as he said, you saw him pick them two dudes, man. Don't think they ain't making the team. The 49ers are just going on the show by math. 7, 8, 9. They only have how many spots to fill up the roster for off-season training, right? They have to have a cut list. They're bringing those guys in to cut them. So, there's not going to be a trade back or anything like that. We're thinking 49ers going to get the best BPAs at 13 and 31. Caters, does that make you crazy excited?
I think it was an excellent idea. Yeah, for real. Yeah, I really do, man. I feel like John, he know what he's doing, man. But unfortunately, Ronbo, we got a lot of people on Twitter that think this is Madden. We can't get OBJ. I mean, we can't get the whole free agency. The people in free agency.
Pay
man.
OBJ.
I don't know.
Man, it's too expensive.
People think it's a Madden game, Ronbo. Unfortunately, we got Niners fans who are delusional, man. We can't sign everybody. The goal this year is to add more depth to the pass rush and handle everything else in the draft. This is a draft first team. I don't know what people don't understand from that.
They will.
But anyway, Ronbo, I'm proud, man. But I feel like that number 13 pick should go to a wide receiver, man. I don't think we should get Kinlaw. Here are the reasons why. I don't think we should get Kinlaw, man, because like being that DeForest gone, that can be solved within the rotation. I don't think we should waste another pick on the defense when there's nothing wrong with the defense. I think we should use the number 31 pick on the corner. Being that Sherman is not going to be here for any long, I think we should use that on the corner, man, and get a wide receiver. Because I don't know.
Okay, let me ask you a question right there, though, because you got me going on that one. Here's the thing. 31, okay, you're 13, you're probably going to take a wide route, right? At number 31, there's Mims. Somehow, a Gladney has made it down to that particular spot. Who else is real attractive in this draft? Okay, between Mims and let's say Chenault, right? Mims, Chenault, Gladney. What you gonna do?
Well, Chenault, man, he's like he's like Debo's twin. Like he plays just like him. So I wouldn't get Chenault, but I wouldn't mind getting Mims though. But I think we should use that 31st for a corner.
Right. So
but if the time comes right, where they decide to get a defensive player with 13th and then get a wide out with the 31st.
Okay.
Hey, by all means, get Mims.
So 13. So 13, you got Judy.
Or
and
Justin
who's your favorite corner? I mean,
AJ Terrell, of course, man.
Okay.
I was just looking at his highlights yesterday, man. That's exactly who we need if it comes to that point where we need to drop a corner because he sticks with the wide receiver. And he got the size.
I like this guy. Okay, there's Terrell, there's Judy. What are you going to do? 13. They're both on the clock. They're both available.
Get Judy, man. I'm about to get Judy, man. Sorry.
Because, see, I think the majority of us still believe if you can get that potential number one wideout to join Debo, Kyle's got the wrong thing for the NFL now. He's going straight to the top on every game. So, because we already got run game. Oh, yeah, they can run. But an elite passing game to go along with it, we could set another record like the Falcons did a few years ago, the 7th most prolific offensive machine in NFL history. Oh! We roll into number 5.
And I'm telling you, man, if we get one of those elite wideouts at 13, Jimmy is going to be in the MVP talks, man. He could have been in there last year if the season was longer. That's what I think. That's my personal opinion. Don't nobody cuss me out up here. That's my opinion. I think he could have been in the MVP talks if the season was longer than 16 games. Honestly.
He got his burn last year. He missed the whole season. He came back. He got all the games he should have got the year before, which would have made him more polished this past year. But that's okay. He got it. He's ready. Watch and see what happens now.
And he still got the ACL brace on and still put up numbers. But people don't see that though. All they see was the fact that he missed Emmanuel Sanders in the Super Bowl.
That's it. All the judgment is being made. People need to go back and watch that highlight reel I was watching last night. What is it? It's called Garoppolo on something. Anyway, Jimmy G is a good quarterback. He had a few faults and had some things that need to be tightened up. But
you don't got to tell me that, Ron, but I know he is. I know he's a good quarterback.
He'll be fine. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
Anyway, I do like you, Kate. You did agree, though. Your top priority still remains, depending on who it is, wide receiver number 13. Now 31.
Man, I'm telling you, Ronbo, if Kyle Shanahan mess around and get a position outside that wide open position at the 13th pick, I'm gonna be hot. I'm gonna be hot, man.
Dang, there you go.
Chicken grease ain't gonna have nothing on me, man. I'm gonna be upset. If we don't get one of them wideouts, man, I'm gonna be hot.
You go get one, man, even if it's rugs. Okay, we gotta go, fam. Let me see you in a couple of days, all right?
All right, Ronbo.
All right, fam. Appreciate you. Check out Kay Hendricks, fam. Click on him. He's got content he wants to share. All right, Kay. Have a good night, fam.
You too.
And here he is, the good Dr. Dre. Dre, come on in, man.
Yo, Ronbo, what's going on, my guy? What's happening?
Dre, man, I tell you, man, I'm looking at what the 49ers did and didn't feel just like, I just realized what he said that's absolutely right. 49ers is filling up roster spots so they can go have a team when it comes time for training camp. These boys may not make the team.
Hey, Joe Hyder's going to make this team, my bro.
Who?
He had his best year of production. Kerry Hyder, my bad. Kerry Hyder.
Yeah. You got the two guys. I love that.
Best year with Kris Kocurek.
Mm-hmm.
He had his best
8
year
sacks.
with Kris Kocurek, and then he went to the Cowgirls, and they tried to basically play him up and down the line, and that's not really what he does. You know what I mean? He's somebody that could come in on the edge. He could play at defensive tackle. And they were trying to play him after one technique and all kinds of other crazy stuff, and it just didn't work. I think he fits perfectly with our scheme. He's going to be like another Ronald Blair, man.
I figured as much.
He's at like 200 pounds. He's going to come in. He's going to be able to play tackle. He's very good at running stunts. His bull rush is ridiculous. He's really strong. His first step is really fast. That's really good pickup.
So you also, hey, Dre, so you know who you let go? It's either Zettel.
He's coming in because he came in because I think we're not going to re-sign DeMarcus Moore. So that's what he came in.
Whoa! Why do you think that?
Because he's the guy that knows the system, man. Like I see exactly what we're doing. We're not just going out and getting guys because they're a name. we're going out and getting guys that fit the system, and that's going to create depth. And it's not really going to be much of a drop off when you put a guy like that.
What did you think about DeMontre what did you think about Moore from last year, though?
DeMontre Moore was great, but I just think that we got Hyder because we're not going to re-sign DeMontre.
All right.
Yeah, I just think we're not going to re-sign DeMontre. Another guy, Joe Walker. I watched him play at University. Yeah, I watched him play at University of Oregon, man. He's actually a pretty damn good linebacker, and he's great on special teams. I trust him over Elijah Lee any day. Yep. And one of the things that he does best is tackle in the open field and coverage. He's really good at coverage, Ronbo.
I seen him.
He's
I seen a shot where he was dealing with
Juice. He was all over the field against us.
I know.
Yeah, he was all over the field against us.
He was working Juice. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, man. So he's great, man. Also with the 13th pick, man. I just want to they've been playing all of the top 10 games of the year, and of course we had 4 of those. I mean, we had 3 of those on the top 10, and
Cardinals as well.
I've been watching those games, and one thing that I see is when Debo is catching the ball across the middle of the field, I mean, it's just space everywhere.
Excellent.
He's getting 17, 20, 25, 30 yards. But just imagine if Henry Ruggs were catching those balls, Ronbo, that's a walking touchdown.
But both of them, and Debo ran over people. Ruggs, I understand, has that same ability.
Man.
So,
Oh, my God. Like if we draft Henry Ruggs, I'm calling it. He will have 10 touchdowns his first season in the talk. That's just how dynamic and explosive he is, man. I mean,
I got him running the jet sweep too. I got him and Debo crossing in the backfield. Jimmy go look around and go see Ruggs coming one way, Debo coming the other. Take your choice, Jimmy. Give it to Ruggs.
And one of the things that they did with Ruggs is he returned kicks. He returned punts. He did speed options, coming in motion just like Debo. I mean, that will be very hard to stop, man. Just having those type of guys on the outside, it would be very hard to contain, man. And now what that's going to do is, man, George Kittle's going to have another 1,400 yard year.
Easy.
What are you going to do with that? What are you going to do with that, bro?
You gonna lose.
Like we see what Kittle did when Goodwin almost had 1,000 yards when he had 989 yards. What did George do? He set the tight end. He set the record for tight end, 1,377 yards, bro. I mean, just having that type of guy, man, with a 42-inch vertical, where you can just say, "Hey, man, we're gonna line up and run a 9 route on the first play of the game. Go get it. Let's score a touchdown."
And that helps the run game as well, because people got to clear out.
Oh yeah.
Man,
yeah, you gonna have to back on this, Tim. You just can't be playing up here, you know what I'm saying, in your little zones, bro. You're gonna have to think on the fly with that, man. I mean, you already have to think on the fly with hands offense.
That's it. I'm loving it. Dre, I like the way you're thinking here, man. I see it happening too. Yeah. Dre, let me see you day after tomorrow, okay? I think it's gonna be that way.
All right, man. Shout out to you, man.
Hey, Ronbo.
Russo, Trey Lewis, man. All the guys out there, man. My player partner Will, my big body grip. Also, man, look for Marquise Goodwin trade coming up soon.
I know, you know.
That's all I gotta say.
It's quiet. It's quiet.
The Eagles are Darius Slay, and they're shopping Rasul Douglas, who was the starter when they won the Super Bowl. Had 3 picks that year. Right. Look for that. Look for a trade to be coming up pretty soon, Marquise.
All right, we watch it. All right, Dre.
All right.
Have a good night, fam.
All right, peace.
All right. By the way, when you come in, remember, just hold right where you are. Let us control that, because if you do like you did, you'll interrupt the next person that's on the phone already. All right. Hey, it's Rod's time, though. Let me bring him in.
Yes, it is.
For the ride.
Ronbo, what it do, baby?
Rod, man, I'm telling you, man, I'm looking at the 49ers. It's looking like Phil just got me going on that 49ers, man. Y'all can just get ready to plan on them not trading back. They're rounding that roster out right now. They know how many draft picks they got. they probably not going behind it. So drafted back for a handful of picks just to be having a handful of picks. Rod, do you realize we don't need quantity anymore? We need quality.
No,
You need to trade. You need to get back in the
Absolutely.
first round for a third pick.
right. Tell you, man, we definitely need to go ahead and make this 13th or 31st, the two of them, if not just using the 31st to gain more picks.
Mm-hmm.
We need to make it work. I agree with a lot of the callers, man. We need to go wide receiver at this one here.
Mm-hmm.
I think Henry Ruggs is the guy, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I think that Marquise Goodwin is the guy they're trying to get rid of. So
probably.
Henry Ruggs would be a guy that with the 4.2 track speed, in addition to that, you get Kyle Shanahan to teach him how to run routes the way Kyle Shanahan can.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got one of the most, probably Tariq Hill 2.0. So
Rod, if it was
as
left up
far
to
as
me,
Jared,
I take that 31, and how many picks we got? Do we got 2 fifth-round picks? I'm going to give you a fifth-round pick. I'm going to give you my sixth-round pick. And I want to move up from 31 to like 20-something, you know? I mean, you know, we don't have no need for anything but the best of the best. But go ahead.
I got something else for you. Don't quote me. I think it may be number 12, but you know Oakland is right in front of us.
I know. They are. At number 12, you're right. Again.
I'm going to say we got to play chess with 13, possibly, man. We might have to
Oakland's
play chess
taking a
with
wide
13,
receiver.
possibly. I'm thinking, man, I'm thinking Henry Ruggs is the direction to go. Now, you know me, I am a Roll Tide guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I do like Jerry Jeudy like a lot of people do, but I think the difference is a lot of people
He's going
make
to Vegas.
comparisons to he and Julio Jones, but the difference between Jeudy and Julio is Julio has a bigger frame. He has that big 6'3" frame, and Julio was running with a damn broken ankle and clocked a 4.3 at the combine. So you're not getting that type of athlete, but you would be getting a guy who
That's not human.
who excels in the hot routes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think Henry Ruggs is that guy who could take a 2-yard pass and take it 98 yards from there.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean,
If he gets a step, he's out of here.
Yeah, that's what. Right, that's what the offense is going to be missing. I think it's been said that Marquise Goodwin is open season as far as trade. So I really do think that's the direction to go. We need that explosive guy. We've already got our Debo. I know there's a lot of people still thinking that Debo's just a number 2 or a slot guy, but I can't express anymore to you guys the way Kyle Shanahan ran his number 1 guy in Atlanta, which was Julio was. He lined them all over the field. He even lined them up at running back sometimes. And, it made it impossible for guys to actually just, scheme on how to cover that. So
Kyle
I
likes
think
to be
Debo's our number
confused.
1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Debo will do
Oh.
until somebody comes along and gets a card identifying him as number 1, because Debo's a monster. I mean, we could have won that Super Bowl, Rod, if Kyle would have been so stubborn.
No doubt.
Let Debo continue to tear them up. They can't do a damn thing with him. No, not Kyle. Okay. I got to get over that.
Yeah. And last but not least, let me wrap it up, man. I think at the 31st pick, if we do by chance keep it, I think we need the defense is already pretty much a unit. We can fill holes as needed, but I think we need
Build
to strengthen that offensive line up, man.
Yep.
We need that offensive line strengthened up. Joe Staley, he struggled a little bit last season, especially against Seattle, but,
Well, he
came
was
back
hurt,
at the
though.
end of the year strong.
Yeah, because you
Yeah,
saw
I
the second time
understand
around.
that, but those type of things happen. Age,
Yeah.
he's going to be more broken up now towards the
gotten
end
older.
of his career than he was in his prime, right?
That's
So
very
I
true.
just think it's time to go ahead and look towards that. That's the way we got McGlinchey. So it's a possibility. Even if we trade out that 31st pick, we got to straighten that offensive line up because Brunskill needs to stay.
Right, yeah, I was just saying, you got Brunskill. I understand the 49ers are combing through the XFL now looking for to see if they can find another magic offensive lineman. And you got Sean Coleman coming back. I don't know how much he's going to be worth. So I wonder how much the 49ers are concerned with that offensive line because it takes a long time to train an offensive line to work. They still got school. They probably got aspirations on him improving. So, yeah, I like what you're saying, though. You want to get a better talent to add to that offensive line if you can find one, though.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, Ronald's been good, man.
Yeah.
We'll look for you tomorrow on Raw.
Yes. Well, this is Raw tonight. But, Ron, it's Monday.
Oh, man. You know what? It's the all day, man.
It's all you can tell you've been working hard. Ron, I'll see you in a couple of days no matter what. All right? Have a good night, fam.
All right, man. You take care, bro.
You ready?
We'll get back at you. Send me out, baby.
Niners! That's what I'm in. Ride. Night, Rod. Oh, man. And let us go see Sir Charles. Hey, Charles.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Charles, man, I'm just sitting there and thinking to myself, man, here we go. 49ers have done something now that makes sense, and they're sort of going to build up on that depth. And if you come in and surprise, then you can take somebody's job. But the 49ers are not going to be adding a whole lot more players. They got 7 picks in the draft, and here we go. Who's going to make it through the wars, the battle of the who wants to be a 49er? But Charles, what do you think is Phil's?
I think it's going to be. I think we can, if we pass up Riggs, I think we'll be stupid, man. Ruggs, I'm sorry. We pass up Ruggs, man, we'll be stupid. I mean, this guy is. If you see this guy's speed, it is
ridiculous.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy is ridiculous. I've never seen anybody other than Tariq Hill than him. You know, to be able to get him, I just wish we had more draft picks so we can trade down to make sure we get him. Because you can't coach speed.
I know.
And so I just hope he's got a gear. He's got a gear that not many players have. He's got a gear that Debo Samuels ain't got. You know what though? He'll put Debo to shame.
Look out for the Cardinals. I have a feeling the Cardinals don't want us to have Ruggs. They would allow us to get Judy or Lamb, but I got a feeling the Cards would not let us get Ruggs. You know, sometimes you draft strategically because they got the Cards have already got D-Hop, right? So now you add that unbelievable speed with D-Hop. Now you've got a yin and a yang that would be brutal. So I'm hoping that he falls past them. They need to take your boy Lamb. He played with Kyler before. Just don't bother Ruggs. I want Ruggs too, just for Kyle's system in particular.
Yeah. So I'm really, but you know, one of the things I realized about the 49ers front office is that they're willing to, they see players that we don't see. You know, because nobody saw them taking Mike McGlinchey in the first round. When I saw that a few years ago, I was like, what?
I know. Scratching the head. Scratching the head.
Yeah,
because Kyle's run game. McGlinchey's a beast on the run. Just a beast.
Yeah,
remember that run he had with Mostert all the way down the field against the Raiders? McGlinchey didn't stop at the line of scrimmage. McGlinchey led the way all the way to the end zone. I said, good God almighty. That's why you wouldn't got him, Kyle. Now I understand. Oh. So, they see things we don't see.
We're not dealing with Trent Baalke now where we look at the picks and we're like, dude, what's this?
We should stop doing that.
Don't pick him.
Yeah. We need to hush.
So what did you say?
We need to hush. Just don't say nothing. Just wait. And look at Fred Warner in the 3rd round. Was it Fred, the 3rd round?
At the 3rd round, man.
I didn't know who Fred Warner. So Big Show told me about Fred Warner, and I told him to hush. I said, man, who is Fred Warner?
Yeah.
No, we need blah, blah, blah. And they picked him up. Look at him. He's one of the best. He's one of the best linebackers in the league, Charles. Oh, shit.
I know. When I saw Fred Warner, when I saw his highlights after we picked him, I said, "Oh man, he's really gonna be good because he can cover. He can cover like a defensive back."
That's what I was thinking.
And so I'm really excited. I just wish we had more picks
but we don't have that many
Yeah,
interesting
yeah, you
players.
don't want to bring. You don't have to cut
Uh,
them.
so yeah, but you know what? We do a great job of picking people up in the what is it? What is that?
Late rounds.
The free agents,
Oh,
that don't
undrafted
get
free
drafted,
agents. Yeah,
undrafted free.
UDFA's.
Oh yeah, we do a great job. So I'm telling you, we really they gonna put it together.
You know
They're
they
gonna
are.
put it together. I'm telling you, we gonna be pleasantly surprised. So I really, I'm really looking forward to. I'm just glad we got the 13 pick. I just wish we would have got more for Buckner. I'm
I
like,
know, right?
how you gonna trade Buckner for a first and just a first?
I
Like
know,
get a
right?
first and a
They should have
third,
got a
a first
second.
and a fourth or something.
I
I
know.
know. I'm like, dude, what's this?
Give me your next year's
I'm
second or
happy you got
something.
something for him.
21
I'm
million.
happy you got something for him.
God. All
I
right,
know.
Charles, we gotta go
I
though.
know.
Let me see you the day after
Okay.
tomorrow. All right.
Okay. All right, Ronbo.
All right,
Wait,
man.
hold on. Before we go, I
Real
just
quick.
wanted to point out about Pettis. The last time we talked, you were talking about Pettis,
Yeah, right. Go
and
ahead.
you were ranting and raving about Pettis.
All right.
And I told you Pettis was a third and fourth string wide receiver, and you were like, no, he's gonna shine. So
Charles,
I just
I
want to
agree
let you
with
know I was
everything you said.
right.
We really got to go though. I agree with everything you said. He's got talent. I'm just mad at him because he won't let himself go. But anyway, Charles, we'll see you day after tomorrow. All right. Oh man, Dante, I really didn't like him too. K. Hendrick says, Ruggs, Debo, and Kittle is a headache for DBs. Oh my God, yes, it is a combination. If the Cardinals are smart, they let Lamb go, and I know they want Lamb because he played with Kyler. It just only makes sense. But if you let the 49ers get Ruggs, you're going to be in trouble, AZ. More trouble than you're going to be able to handle. So it might be one of them kind of moves. Oh, here he is. And now, one of the founding members of TNT. He is Trey from VA. Trey must have passed out. He's never late on cue. Big Show says what Phil was trying to. Oh, there he is. He cannot say it was cute and cuddly tonight, though. Even I took a shot at D-Buck.
Finally. And I do mean finally.
He loves Raw.
Brother Ronbo, how you
Yes.
doing, man? Shout out to you in production. Shout out to TNT family. All of the brothers that are down, coming bringing that heat.
Yes, indeed.
But it has been so cute.
Oh.
And so cuddly lately. It's
Trey, I even took a shot at D-Buck just on your behalf.
I was befuddled. Yeah, because D-Buck, I love D-Buck, but 6'8", 6'8", playing really high, 6'7", 6'8", playing really high. He just wasn't great against the run. He just wasn't. Turn on that second, turn on that third and fourth quarter tape of the Super Bowl if you don't believe me like that. But anyway, let's get
more
into
than
the
that game,
crux of the
too.
matter. Let's talk about why we here, Ronbo, because
Yes.
it's a lot of conjecture, a lot of talk, but we need to get down to the real. So if you don't mind, if you don't think,
I
if
don't.
you don't
Please,
believe, if
please
you don't,
bring it.
No. If you don't understand, a lot of new callers, Ronbo, they don't know what we do, so we got to introduce them. As a matter of fact, Ronbo, if you don't mind, can I please
get an installment? And now, what we like to do, and the tradition is, on Monday Night Raw, we tell it like a TI is. Let me holler at you. Go ahead, Trey.
You guys don't even understand what it is. If you don't run Henry Ruggs after this, I don't know if you know what you're talking about. So Henry Ruggs has the speed that we need to fit the bill. And the reason why is this. He's not a 4-2 guy. I hear a lot of guys say that, 4-2 guys get hurt. He is a football player that happens to run fast. This guy doesn't get hurt. This guy doesn't take plays off. He catches with an aggressiveness with his hands over the middle. That's why he's able to take slants to the house. Look at his tape. A lot of his plays, big plays, are over the middle, running away from defenders in the SEC. He's not just a speed guy. He's just a guy that can run fast. And that helps a lot because Kyle needs that. The one thing that we don't have, Ronbo, is game-breaking speed. We don't have anybody that threatens the defense. The Kansas City Chiefs played us cheap. Turn on the all-22 tape. Tyrann Mathieu, the reason why he almost had 2 interceptions, was because he was playing so shallow.
Yeah.
So shallow. So shallow. I've never seen a deep safety play so shallow, and it's because you know why Emmanuel Sanders was so wide open because they didn't believe that Jimmy would throw deep. That was the one and only deep shot we took. We have to open up this offense. It has to be vertical, but that's vertical speed, Ron. But what about horizontal speed? What about those flat sweeps?
That's Ruggs too.
What about those handoffs? That's Ruggs too. That's all day. And so it's not that we don't like Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy runs a hell of a route, but I think Jerry Jeudy is pretty close to his ceiling. Pretty close. He's a great route runner already. He's a tactician. He's pretty close to his ceilings. Although I think Ruggs hasn't even been tapped into yet. But that's just one thing that I was thinking about, Ronbo, because we need to make that. But here's the thing we have $19.5 million in cap space. OBJ is going to make 14.5. We couldn't even sign our draft class currently constructed. Yeah, I know you would say, Trey Goodwin. We're not taking up 85% of our cap for one guy. And that's why you get Henry Ruggs, because you get the speed playmaker that this offense needs. You get the home run. Ronbo, do you need a home run hitter in your life?
Oh, I love being a home run hitter. Love watching that fence get clear.
How many of those do we have right now, Ronbo? Be real. How many? We have a lack of home run here. We have the speed guy. We have the tall guy. We have the strong guy. We have the thick guy. We have the physical guys. What we don't have is the guy that makes you pick up that phone and call mama. It's a home call. It's a house call.
Yes, indeed.
That's what we don't have. So, no, we're not getting OBJ. I'm going to say one more thing, and then we're going to get out of here because we're not going to do it long. We're going to do it strong, Ronbo. 6 or 7 rookies are not going to make this team. Get it through your head, guys.
Not now.
Okay? 6, not this team. Maybe 2017, maybe 2018 version, but not the 2020. Okay? We do not have a corner starter signed for the 2021 season. Let me say that again. We do not have a corner starter signed for the two. So if you don't think at 31 we're going to at least investigate a corner, you might not know football. We're a little long in the tooth, and we don't have anybody that's going to continue after the fact. Just a few nuggets that TNT wanted.
Ward was going to be raw.
Rambo, we're out of here, man. Right, appreciate you, sir. Appreciate the time.
Thanks, Trey.
Shout out to you. Shout out to production. Shout out to my TNT brothers, man. Yes. You already know. Thank you for everything, sir.
Awesome. Trey, looking forward to the next conversation. Have a good night, fam. And I agree, and I know Kyle's thinking that way. As I said, I've said this over and over, and you know it's true. In order to maximize Kyle Shanahan's offensive system, you do need. That's why he brought Goodwin with him when he came to San Francisco. That has been the missing link since Goodwin has been sort of like off and on. Yeah, got to have it. George Kittle have another all-star team. You bring in Ruggs, George Kittle sets another standard. Ellis!
Ronbo, let me just get 10 minutes, champ. I'm in the store in the line about to check out.
All right, no problem, fam. All right.
Appreciate you.
All right, fam. Hey, look at that. Hey, Rick.
Sir, what's good, man?
Rick, man, the conversation started out with Phil laying the foundation of tonight's conversation. But I said, do you realize the 49ers are not going to be traded back? They're picking up a number of players on purpose. If you do the math, they got 7 to go in the draft. That's it. They're putting in camp fodder. And then you think about Ruggs at 13. The 49ers better playing up. That kind of player is such a huge asset. And I understand about Judy, I understand about Lamb and all the other guys. But if you get Ruggs, you've added the chemistry to Kyle Shanahan's offense. It's like nitro and glycerin. You got the 2 ingredients. Now you can mix it.
Absolutely.
Boom! That offense takes off.
Right.
What are you thinking?
You know what, man? You know, I was first on Javon Kinlaw's. That was the guy I kept pumping. But you know what? Yeah. I'm going to take it back to 2017, and I'm going to reverse it this time because remember back in 2017, we went defense. First 2 picks, we got Solomon Thomas, we got Reuben Foster. Yeah. But what we have never done for Kyle Shanahan is giving him receivers. So this time around, I'm flipping it, turning it over. I'm saying, you know what? Because the thing is, if anything, we need to adapt the model of kind of like the Chiefs. Their defense was okay, but
Not elite.
because of the fact, like you say, because their speed was so crazy. So now, like you, I'm with you now. Give me Ruggs at 13, and either at 31, I would either go with maybe T. Higgins or Chase Claypool. I'm not worried about the fifth. I know we won't pick around to the fifth round, whatever. But at this point, because what I've continued to know, there's a pattern. Every year we're replacing players to get better. So look, I'm pretty much looking for Richie James to probably get replaced, Dante Pettis to get replaced, Marquise Goodwin to get replaced. Because at this point, let's keep getting. Because just think about 2 or 3 years ago, we had Cassius Marsh and Malcolm Smith and all these trash players who couldn't even make our squad now.
We couldn't get anybody else. We was a terrible team. Nobody wanted to play the 49ers.
No. We were the trash team. But now at this point now, because we really have invested so much into the defense, let's flip it now and let's go after speed with Ruggs. I mean, even Higgins or Chase Claypool, they'll be they can give you some kind of speed element as well. Let's get Kyle the elements, the players that he needs, because like I said before, I think last year we really were dependent on our run game, and I think we're going to kind of start making that transition more to the passing game, but we just to make sure we have the right receivers in place. So therefore, look, right now, Kendrick Bourne, Debo, Kittle, that's the only 3 I trust. Marquise Goodwin, no. Dante Pettis, kitty cat, meow. No, I don't trust him either. Richie James, no, because the thing about the issue I have with Richie James, he can't grasp the playbook or something because he's been here for too long, and it's not like he doesn't have talent
for anything serious.
But
he might be right.
Like, dude, he doesn't get it. He doesn't get on the field. And then, like I said before, with that whole fair catch crap, I'm like, man, because that's the only other thing I've seen. If we get the 2 receivers in the first round, the only other place I would be looking for is to improve our punt return, our kick returning game, because if we have somebody who can stretch the field, kind of like look at what the Saints do with that little guy. He switches the field position and makes it more advantageous for the offense. And that's the only thing we're kind of missing right now.
That's the way it works. It's just like, you know what? It's just like Trey just said. Honey Badger should not be sitting a few feet behind the line of scrimmage. That makes no sense.
No,
get his butt out of here.
The thing about it is we don't have a lot of players that stretch the field. And if we have at least 1 or 2 that stretch the field to make, because that's the thing with the Chiefs. They have the rookie. They had the rookie last year. They had
Sammy Watkins, and they had that other kid.
Sammy Watkins.
Yeah.
Between those 3,
man, ain't nobody gonna be sitting up behind the line of scrimmage.
You have to back up some and respect it, and with the speed and getting better receivers that can actually get down the field and get vertical. Guess what? Now that makes our running game even more deadly because of the fact that now you can't sit in the box. You can't sit in the box. So therefore,
you can, but you will get smoked.
No, you can't. You will get smoked. Dude, so this year, I know we're supposed to got 5th round, whatever, but let's take 2. I don't care. Honestly, I really don't care if we use the other ones to just get us at least 3 prime impact players. Receivers, at least we're going to go receiver number 1. I'm with you now. Give me Ruggs. There's no really cornerback. I mean, I think the main guy to me is C.J. Henderson, but over Jeff Okudah. But I think he'll be gone early. I mean, I don't want to get him over Ruggs.
No, there's a lot of teams that go corner. It's either corner or wide receiver. Yeah. A lot of teams already got their wide receiver crew. Rick, we got to pull up though.
Right.
Rick, we'll get back in a couple of days and finish this. All right.
Absolutely. Niner gang, Niner empire. Like I said before, we get that Ruggs and maybe another top wide receiver. Like I keep saying, Jimmy G is going to be the MVP of the regular season and the MVP of next year's Super Bowl, which we're going to win. You heard it here first. Yes. Not a faithful, not an empire. I'm out, man.
Thanks, Rick. Have a good night, fam.
All right, man. You do the same. Bye.
And I see Salvador Abramiska. He talked to Sal in a while. 2019 Alabama receiver leaders. Number 1, Devontae Smith. Number 2 was Jerry Jeudy. 3, Henry Ruggs. 4, Jalen Waddle. And Smith and Waddle are next year's first-round players. Well, I tell you, but you look at Bama's crew. Look at Bama's crew. My God, I guess every kid in the nation grows up, gets through high school. I want to go to Bama. Because I know from there, my life begins. You know, they just attract the best. Area code 707. Hello?
The Ronbo.
Yo, who is this?
Yo, first time caller, man.
Yeah. Listen, you got to kill.
Bethel. Yeah,
you
Niners, man.
You got to kill your speaker though, because you're getting feedback. Hello.
How you doing, man?
Yeah. And what did you say your name is?
Puro Niners. But my name's Bethel. You call me Bethel.
Oh yeah, I call you Bethel. Did you say Puto Niners?
No, Puro Niners. Pure Niners, yeah. Not
Puto pure Niners. Because I've seen Puto Niners on social media. That's cool. I like it. Hey, but pure Niners or Bethel? Bethel, what's up, man?
Yeah, how you doing, dude? I've been
man,
listening to you for a few years. You're first time caller, bro.
Oh, cool. Nice to meet you. Yeah, we're sitting there, we're contemplating like 13 to 31 pick, right? Because I don't think the 49ers are going to trade back. They're going to get the best they can get. Because why do they need to go for a lot of picks? They used to, because they were trying to find a team. But now we want the best we can find.
Yeah, but, you know, what do the Patriots do? You know, they go through the draft, right? They built through the draft, right?
True.
So our 13th pick, I'm thinking, man, why can't we trade back a few spots and get Justin Jefferson, you know?
Could
that guy's
be.
a solid wide receiver right there.
Could be, you know.
I believe so. And he's a champion, you know?
How many trade? Which one are you going to trade, 13 or 31?
13. Because that's a juicier pick. We'll get better, you know, collateral or whatnot, you want to call it. We'll get better, better second
value.
rounder or third rounder or whatnot.
Probably. Well, okay, so what are you going to get in second or third round?
We get 18.
Yeah.
Like, draft back to 18 and get Jefferson.
Yeah. These are options that are probably going to be available. They probably looked over those. You could be right. They could be doing that.
Who knows? Like, that, just throwing that out there, and then at 31, we could either, I was thinking maybe, who knows, you could go with Moss as well.
Moss.
To help out Kittle right there. Put the workload off Kittle.
Wait, who's Moss? Because I'm not.
Thaddeus Moss, the tight end with LSU. Yeah.
LSU tight end.
Randy
okay.
Moss's son.
I got to check these guys out. I've not checked out a lot of.
Yeah, that guy's a beast, man. That guy's a beast.
All right.
He got hurt and whatnot, and it's gonna, you know, his stock is going down a little bit because of that. But
because he got
I don't
injured?
know. I think he's pretty good.
How bad?
Yeah.
Leg? If it's not a knee injury,
it's something just strange. It's something just strange, like a
hamstring,
splinter or whatnot, because he worked hard or something like that. Nothing too serious.
All right.
That's what I heard, at least. We could either go that way or we could go CB or D tackle. So I don't know.
Yeah,
There's so many things we could do. That's why it's crazy times right now, Ronbo.
Yeah, options. But you know, if you've seen Kyle Shanahan suffer for 3 seasons in a row. And I not suffer, but he got Debo last year, and he also got Jalen Hurd. But I mean, he's always had to wait in the first round. You couldn't have a Kyle pick. We've always gone defense, except for McGlinchey, right? So I wonder if Kyle said, "Okay, defense is set. Give me my wide receiver ace. This year it's real healthy with wide receivers. So Bethel, it might be time."
Yeah, Bethel is it. Yeah, it is. It is. It's real. It's a good time to get a receiver now. So, yeah, honestly, I trust what they're doing, so I don't got no complaints. That Buckner deal, we had to do what we had to do. I respect Buck what he did and whatnot. So, but yeah, we got to do what we got to do to make space to get the other guys back, right?
Yeah, and he got.
So I'm not gonna leave
paid.
too long, but I know you got. I'm a new guy and whatnot, but I know you got other guys on the call and whatnot.
All right.
But I just want to get a shout out to Melvin, Big Show, Dollar Bill Will, TNT partners, Chanel, Chill Phil. I hear you guys going. I like what you guys talking about. So there you go.
There it is. Bethel's been checking out. Bethel, appreciate you, fam. We'll be back.
Yeah.
Back in another 48 hours. All right.
Yeah, right on. I'm calling out here Santa Rosa, so
Santa Rosa.
7 out here.
Plums everywhere. Yes. All right, man. Have a good night,
All
Bevel.
right, take it easy, Ronbo.
You too.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks.
All right, later.
Hey, Kevin.
Hey, Ronbo, how's it going?
Kevin, man, you know how we go. We go back and forth, up, down. And there's always that call that you say, whoa. So, and I've thought about it. I says, and I thought about this a couple of days ago, but number 13, if Ruggs is there, even though Judy runs routes Amari Cooper-esque, even Lamb has got athleticism and leaping ability and catch ability. It's just stupid. You gotta get Ruggs. I don't want to see the Honey Badgers sitting around just behind the strong safety talking about they ain't gonna throw the ball. Come on, man. Move up. No! You move your butt up and you will be burnt to toast. So you see, Kyle's offensive system, like anybody else's probably, works best when you gotta have respect from that secondary unit. And Honey Badger wants to sit up close to the line of scrimmage, let him sit there. He will be sitting there, and when we score that 7 points, he'll still be saying, damn, I didn't know they had that kind of speed. Yeah, you know that, don't you? Set up in there again. So what do you think of the 13?
Well, first of all, I wanted to apologize for interrupting. I was going to add to what Dre was saying. So, Dre, I apologize to cut you off. Now I was going to talk about Ruggs, and I agree with you. Here's why. On one of Ruggs' highlight videos on YouTube, they do a comparison in terms of speed between him and Usain Bolt. Okay.
Ooh. Whoa! Oh! So, that's world class. Wow.
So, Ronbo, if you look up Ruggs, one of his highlight videos, okay, if you remember, Matt Breida has recorded 2 of the fastest NFL times the last 2 years, right, at 22.3 miles per hour or something like that?
Yes. Don't tell me. Ruggs is coming in at 19. Go ahead.
No. With pads on, this guy runs 24.5 miles per hour.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. Okay. No. Ronbo. The second thing is, he did an interview on ESPN after the combine, and he said he ran his 4.27 on a bum quad. He tweaked it 2 weeks before the draft, did the 40, and he didn't do any other drills besides the vertical because he re-injured his quad. Okay, so this guy runs 4.27 on a bum leg. Okay. Number three, this guy catches the ball. Half of his touchdown, first of all, his junior season at Alabama, he had like his first 7 or 8 catches were for touchdowns. Okay. The guy is a freak. I want that guy. However, if you need to trade up, if you think Arizona might take him to take him away from us, I think you could trade up if possible. But you need to get that guy.
Tyreek Hill
he said
has set a precedent. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, right. Somebody's got to try to keep the 49ers from getting Ruggs. If for no other reason, you don't let Kyle get a hold of a Ruggs.
So you take Ruggs at 13, okay? And then with the 31st pick, if you are able to trade back and get an extra pick in the 4th round or something like that, then I think you can trade back into the early 2nd round, okay? And if you can get a 4th round pick with that early 2nd round pick, it could be the Dolphins, could be whoever is willing to take that pick at 31. Mm-hmm. You take Raekwon Davis, defensive tackle from Alabama. Okay, this guy's 6'7", 315. Yeah. He's violent, and he freaking abuses guards and centers. Ronbo, there's this one highlight video where he's got you saw Nick Bosa showing Solomon Thomas kind of the hand fighting moves. Mm-hmm. This guy Davis I've never seen a defensive lineman with such great lateral quickness and hand fighting ability. Just go watch him, Raekwon Davis. Okay, so I want him to fill the DeForest Buckner spot. Okay, and then what we could do is then package one of our 5th round picks and maybe a 3rd round pick next year, and maybe get into the 3rd round of this year's draft and pick up this guy from Iowa. His name is Michael Ojemudia. okay, and he's one of the most underrated players in the draft. Okay, he's fast. He's about 6'1", and I think 205, so he's got good size to him. He's not afraid to tackle, and he's a shutdown corner. So if you guys want to look up Michael Ojemedia from Iowa. So those are the three guys I want. You draft a receiver. You draft a need because you need a fast receiver who can take the top off the defense. You can get a guy who can replace Buckner, and you can get a corner to add some depth. So those are the three guys I want. If they can make that happen, then that's what I would do personally.
Yeah, Kevin will be a happy man. Hey, Michael, Ojemedia's from what school? Yeah. Ojemedia. What school is he from?
University of Iowa.
Okay.
So that's what I would do, Ronbo.
I love it. I love it.
If they needed to wait until maybe like the later round, they could pick up one of the Davis brothers from Nebraska on the D line too. Those guys are beasts. So
That's like can we focus on this year?
You got some competition there.
This year, please.
I know. Can who? Okay. Kevin, we got to go though. Hey, Kevin, we'll see you day after tomorrow. All right.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Thanks for the platform, Ronbo. Thanks.
Appreciate you, Kevin. Have a good night. Kevin's been spotlighting, boy. Hey, Alice, are you ready?
Locked and loaded. What's happening?
Tonight, man, we got some people we're talking. Taking bird dogging some certain players. They just know who's going to do what. I mean, I've always envied the guys who actually take time out to really go through the college ranks and find those hidden gems, because that's what the 49ers scouts are doing. And if you could find the ones, because I still give Big Show all the credit in the world for talking about, I had no idea, what is a linebacker out of Brigham Young? Who is this guy, right? And all of a sudden, we're looking at one of the league's best. So, Fred Warner, dude, I'm sorry, I didn't know. But I got told about you. So, this is the thing. But so, what are you thinking, fam? It was 13. We're talking about speed and things like that. But what are you thinking?
Well, I think that's why I feel like the earlier rounds, we don't need to stress ourselves. Thankfully, we got the first round picks. I'm not saying, that we, they wouldn't be helpful to us having them, but clearly, we've done well. I mean, look at Dre Greenlaw. Look at all the different picks and the gems that we found, in the draft, and unbeknownst to us, guys that we haven't seen. There's so many guys that have, NFL caliber, talent and abilities. It's just about, the light being shined on them or somebody actually seeing them. And I feel like we're going to get some guys in there. I don't even know, where did Jeremy Curley come from? You guys remember when we had him? Yeah. That boy was getting busy, man, for us a couple of years ago, man. He had me screaming and losing my voice, man, a couple of them games. He was getting, getting it in. But I'm just throwing him out there because it's people that we never were like, who the hell is this guy? It's those kind of guys that we can, incorporate into our system and give us top notch,
production,
potential.
Curly actually came over from another team. You remember that year that Chip Kelly actually?
Yeah. No, I know he wasn't a draft pick, but I was just saying he was somebody I never heard of prior to that. I'm like, who the hell is this guy? You know what I mean? But he got busy for us for that short time he was with us. But anyway, as far as the draft picks, I think the 13th, we're still going to go with a receiver. It looks like we're, adding to the defense slowly. We've got these 1-year deals with these other guys. And we got that Compton, that offensive lineman and stuff like that. So I'm glad that we're still, trying to, replenish and fill up, the O and D line. So that maybe we don't have to, utilize those picks in the draft for that. But again, it's looking like a secondary, position we'll need to try to get, incorporated in there maybe in the later rounds, unless they decide to go, take that early pick or use that 31st and not trade it off and get a couple more picks and maybe get a corner if there's one that's available. I'm really not sure. I would suggest trading it and getting some second, a second and a fourth, or a third and a fourth, or whatever. You know what I mean? If we can, and maybe try to
Ellis,
address secondary.
let me just ask you a question right there, though,
picks.
Ellis. One question. Do you actually think we need an abundance of picks this year, or do we just need the highest quality we can find? Because, it would also make sense, wouldn't it, to try to stay all your picks round 1 and 2 if you could. You know what I mean? Because, these guys aren't going to make the team. We have established a Super Bowl-type team, right? So even if they draft them, whose job is going to take? Now, you look at the wide receivers, and I could see telling Dante before the season, Dante, you know what? It's been a nice ride, but listen, you're going to have a good future, but you're just not going to have it here. Now, what you need to do is this, and this, and we're going to wish you the best of luck, and thank you for trying. Because I could see getting one of these primetime receivers out of the draft, and they come in and they put on a clinic, and you can't cut them. But I can also see some players come in. You bring in a cornerback, and he can't. Maybe for some reason he can't beat out Mosley, or he can't beat out Spoon comes alive. These guys have got experience in the pros, so you got to be. There's certain positions you can go get guys, but there's other positions that are pretty much a waste of a pick. Probably. I'm just thinking that.
Yeah. I agree. No, I agree with you. That's definitely logic there, and that's why I'm not saying as far as looking for somebody to start at corner, but we've all had a lot of issues with Akilo, this past season, and not to say that he's not a starter or he's not worthy of a starting position. It's him, and it's going to be a coin flip between him and Emmanuel, but I'm sure Eman's going to take that. But when Richard Sherman, if he decides, not to stay with us after the season is over, and we need to have some guys in there groomed and get them some PT and some real game time snaps so that they can get acclimated with the strategy defensively, and be able to look to some of these other guys, the E-mans and everything, to get some tutelage. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm saying that, but not anybody to come in and start like that's a primary position. I feel like the receiver is mandatory, and I'm hoping that we don't do anything with that 13th, and we go for the gold. I personally don't care. I feel like all these guys are great. I heard about Justin Jefferson. I forgot about him. I forgot about a couple of these other guys that they were bringing up because we're so deep in talent this year. As far as what we can do, and then we got Chase Claypool.
There's so many fantastic choices out there. We're going to see them later. But Ellis, we're out of time, fam. Let me look for you the day after tomorrow.
It's all love.
All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to you, Ronbo. Download that Ronbo Sports app, man, right now. Go to your Play Store, man. Make sure that you like and subscribe, man. Y'all keep it lit, man. Shout out to the Niner faithful, everybody out there, man.
Thanks, Ellis.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man. All right. Have a good night. There's Ellis. I tell you, this is going to be fun to watch this draft this year because we all have these. We know how this is going to go, but we all know how this is going to go every year, only to get our feelings hurt during draft time. But not, you know what? Not last year. Last year, I think it was split. But Jay.
Ronbo.
Jay, what's up? Jay, we're sitting here tonight, man. We're watching the 49ers do what they do. And, it's all about the preparation for we got to get through this virus. But when the sunshine comes back to the planet, it's going to be number 13 and number 31.
Oh, yeah.
I know we've been talking about it a lot. Know. But yeah, because Phil's already put it out there, man. The 49ers are going for quality this time, probably more than quantity, right? So you take 13.
That's it.
And like Trey said, we don't want to see the Honey Badger, man, if he's sitting around behind the line of scrimmage, he's too close. Him and his cornerback buddies. Get that butt back. Who will do that for you at 13? And you may have to trade up to get him. We'll see how aggressive the 49ers get about that, because I don't know how many speedsters can run. I'm talking Olympic speed, 24 miles an hour with pads on. He's running past Matty B. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What are you thinking?
It's all what you want, you know what I mean? You want Tyreek Hill and Ruggs. You want DeAndre Hopkins and Lamb, or you want Cowgirl, Amari Cooper, and Judy. Pick your poison. Who would you rather have? I'd rather have D-Hop or Tyreek Hill, you know what I mean? tell you the truth.
Mm.
Because Judy do drop a lot of passes. That's the one cop on him. Just like Amari Cooper. But
I know.
the number one thing I say, like Debo though, last year Henry Ruggs and Debo got in common was they was the number one players who averaged the most on slant patterns.
I tell you, and Kyle runs a lot of that. I agree.
Yes, most definitely. And another thing I wanted to say to the faithful, please, like Carpoon and Moss, who stop these average players in the first round. Come on, these like
because they're not going to make the team.
Round.
I agree.
Right, these like third. I keep hearing this Carpool guy. Who heard of him till he ran a 4.3 at the combine? You ain't even heard this dude. Like
what?
Have y'all watched this dude play?
Wait. Did Claypool run a 4.3?
Oh, what did he run? A 4.42? He ran a 4.42?
I just thought he's big and strong. I didn't know he ran that fast, though.
Yeah, he ran like a 4.42. But come on, that doesn't. That's a we're not drafting combine athletes.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Go put the tape on him. He's not that explosive. He don't get open on no.
He looks the part, you know. But you're right.
I'd rather get Mims over him.
I know, right? I do like me some Denzel. Yes.
Yeah, he definitely elite. We definitely get him and Ruggs. Oh yeah, we on point there.
And who are you gonna say goodbye to if you get Ruggs and Mims? You gonna have to say goodbye to somebody, and you got only take them out of the wide receiver room. Other positions don't. Yes. Who are you getting rid of?
I'm getting rid of everybody other than Dante and KV. Everybody else can see the door.
Hey, you keeping Pettis?
Like I said, this we got Kentucky had that quarterback / wide receiver / running back Bolden. You know, I know Kyle like him. Looking at him in the later rounds. So it's a lot of little gadget guys that Kyle can get in the later rounds that can fill him of his stats.
Yeah, because
like I said, I clean house.
Yeah, because I don't
probably keep Jalen Hurd. You know, get Trent Taylor never change.
Is he going to
like
be
I said,
okay?
Yeah, but like I said, we're going to keep Marquise until draft time.
You think so?
We don't get,
maybe.
We don't get, because we don't get Ruggs.
Until then, you get him early in the game anyway, so it's no problem. Fam, we got to go, though. It's getting pretty late. I'm gonna see you in a couple of days, all right?
All right, no problem. Have a blessed night. Have a blessed night, faithful. I'm going to call this out.
Thank you, Phil. All right. Jay, man.
Bang not a game.
It sounded good, man. All right, Jay. Have a good night.
Right. I learned from the best.
I'm telling you, you beat me up. Night, Jay.
Have a blessed night.
Thanks, Phil. Hey, Leon.
What up, Ronbo?
Leon.
All right, man. Let me just.
All right, jump on in there.
Man, let me get straight to it, bro. Like,
right.
Can everybody stop worrying about Defoe? He's gone. Just stop talking about him. He's gone.
You can't fill that void. You got to get something different.
Yeah, he's gone, bro. Like, bye. Moving on. Let's go to 13 and 31. Because I didn't get a chance to call him last night, Ronbo. Man, I'm torn between Judy and Ruggs. Because Judy can run a route. 100% can run a route.
We know this.
But that speed on Ruggs is ridiculous. But at the same time, people act like Judy's slow or something. Judy's not slow. He's just not Ruggs.
Hey, but what's his straight ahead? What's his straight line speed? Is he a 4.4 guy?
Yep, I think it's like 4.4 somewhere around here.
See, because Debo can run that fast. We need somebody that can stop Tyrann Mathieu from sitting up right behind center. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
You're going to have some speed. I don't know where you're going to get it from. You're going to bring Marquise going back. Maybe his mind is straight. But you got to have some guy in there to keep that defense of secondary respectful. They're not respecting the 49ers, and they're making us work too hard.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I mean, either one I'd be cool with, but Ruggs, if we just going straight take the top off, Ruggs, 100%. 31, I was checking out Gladney's highlights at cornerback today. We got to deal with this cornerback situation, Ronbo. We can't let Sherman get old and retire, and then we're like, who we going to get to come in? Because I don't trust Spoon. I trust Spoon as much as I trust Dante. So that tells you a lot, right?
Oh, my God. That is bad. Whew, man.
Right. So it's just like, man, I say we go Ruggs and we go Gladney at 31. Forget trading back. Let's just go get the, two quality players. There's probably other cornerbacks that are better because I haven't really been checking on the cornerbacks like I have the receivers. So if there's other cornerbacks better than Gladney, let's go get him. So if anybody knows, put it in the chat or whatever. If you know Ronbo, let me know. But we got to deal with the wide receiver room and the cornerback situation.
I just worry about Gladney's size. He's like a Wolverine. But you know what? They like certain dimensions on their cornerbacks. Mosley gets in there, and he gets it done at his size. If anything, the 49ers should have learned from that. If Gladney's everything that everybody says he is, grab him.
Yeah, he's good, Ronbo. I mean, the dude he a ball hawk, too, and he can hit. So,
I like that. I know. I saw his interview. He enjoys that part of the game. Yes.
Yeah, man, dude ain't no joke, Ronbo.
What a chance of being around at 31, though, unless we can trade up.
Unless we trade up. I mean, but what we got to go get. I mean, if we were talking about taking the top off, once you put it like that, we got to go get Ruggs. If that means trading up a little more to get him, we got to do it. We got to get somebody that's going to, like you said, make us, make them respect us.
Yeah, that secondary's got to stop sitting around laughing about it. Because, they got foot speed. Most guys in the secondary got enough foot speed to cover our corners right now. But if you got a weapon in there like that, they got to step back. Step back. Yeah. You guys got to play a few feet off him, too. Now you got to step back even further than that. Yeah. Now, the George Kittle show, the Debo show is live. The run game picks up another dimension. These are the things you got to have.
Well, yeah, definitely, because what people are going to start doing because of how we ran last year, they're going to start playing for the run now.
Anyway, and Kyle knows it.
Yeah, right. So we have to have our receivers. We can't keep guessing. It can't just be Debo and KB. It's going to have to be Debo, KB, Ruggs, Trent Taylor, and Hurd. Like, we got to have at least 4 wide receivers we can count on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
At least. 4 or 5, at least that we know are solid. So,
and the history of Hurd and Taylor is very worrisome. So but Lee, we're gonna have to continue this in a couple of days. Let me see you day after tomorrow.
All right, sounds good, man. Like always, bro. Thank you for everything. And like I always say, Niners since the minor was a nation to an empire. Let's get
I was waiting on it.
Man, get your ass out of here.
Look at Jack. Jack is still. You gotta love Jack. He's rude, and he's going to be rude, so you love him anyway.
No, I ain't thinking about Jack. It's all right.
And you know who I got that from right there. I got that from T.O., baby. I remember being a kid. You know what I'm saying? Up in Cali, Northern Cali. And Terrell Owens said, "You can hate me, but I love me." And from that day on, man, I was going bananas all over the football field. Yeah. But man, amount, you know the type of people, Rumble, that buy up all the toilet paper.
Yeah.
You know what you call them?
What?
Assholes. Exactly. And talking about assholes. These guys got the audacity to disrespect Marquise Goodwin. I mean, the amount of disrespect this brother gets is just damn near wrong. You think this guy has been watching from the sideline and saw what Emmanuel Sanders did, all the love Emmanuel Sanders got as a veteran on the sideline? You telling me this man ain't ready? All the stuff that he's been through with his stuff, in the meeting rooms, everybody's listening to this guy, but he also got a lot of stuff off of E-Man. That's another thing I want to point out. The amount of time he's sitting there, he learned, okay, I should have done blah, 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 could have done this like this or whatever. He is going to be the man, so we better not trade him. And if we do end up getting Ruggs, that's not my first pick, but if we do end up getting Ruggs, what's I mean, wouldn't that be just awesome to have a guy that is damn near Ruggs, a little bit shorter than Ruggs, but damn near got more quicker speed than Ruggs, that could learn and from Goodwin, that could teach Ruggs, and I mean, dude, it all makes sense.
No, if Marquise Goodwin's ready to play, I think Kyle is hesitating. Dre predicts he's going to be traded shortly, and he's being shopped. You need to get Ruggs before you get rid of Goodwin, actually, as far as I'm concerned. If they get Ruggs at a 13, Jack, Marquise could be on a trade block at that particular time and point from there until whenever.
Man, throw both these speed demons on both sides, like one caller said the other night, and put Debo in the middle. You know? I mean, come on, man. There's a lot of things you could do with this guy. He's still got
Jack, how many wide
world-class
receivers?
speed.
How many wide receivers are you going to put in that room? I mean, how many are you going to keep?
I'm going to keep 6.
And who are they?
I'm going to keep Goodwin, the homeboy that we draft. I'm going to keep, Taylor. Taylor's another one.
You got to put Debo at
number
3.
We're going to keep Debo. That's 4. We're going to keep,
you said Taylor?
What's that homeboy's name?
You said Taylor, right?
We're gonna keep Taylor. We're gonna keep number
Debo.
84, Kendrick Bourne, my man.
5.
That's 5, and the 6th one will be Hurd.
Okay, so you're gonna cut Dante.
I gotta cut Dante, man. I gotta trade Dante, man. You know what I'm saying? He'd be meowing too much for me and stuff. You know, but
you're right. Don't just cut him. You gotta get something for him. That's a good point. Get a draft pick.
Yeah. Somebody's going to want a punt returner. He has value there and stuff like that, you know. But as far as if we go ahead and go Kinlaw, then, you know what I'm saying, what better way to come in to the organization when we just signed some more a veteran and Ronald Blair and that new guy we just got. So it's great, you know what I'm saying, to mold this guy and
Jack,
make it more easier for him.
You're not in the chat, are you? Yeah. Because you're pissing Big Show off. Every time somebody says Kinlaw, I see a post from Big Show.
But
go ahead. Because we're running out of time.
No. I just wanted to say, basically, you know, thank God, talking also about COVID-19, that, you know, the flights are on stop, because all you guys got to quit disrespecting my man Goodwin. You know what I'm saying? Because if anything, man, you guys are lucky these flights have stopped, because I would have came out all the way over there, slap the ass out of your mouth, you asshole. Quit
Jack,
buying all the toilet paper.
Jack, let me see you the day after tomorrow, okay? Have a great night. And the toilet paper. Hey, Jamie.
What's up, Ronbo?
Jamie, you're not overstocking your home with toilet paper, are you?
No.
Okay. See, Jack's calling everybody out, and all of us are not doing that. All right? So there you go. Hey, but Jamie, you know, the debate has went from, are we building our defense depth-wise, to, do we take that speed guy, or do we take, you know, it's between Ruggs and Judy, and I've thrown my name in on Ruggs, because I just said, you know, that offense is going to be a lot better if it has that guy. But Judy's such a route runner. Kyle will find him something to do. You know, and then 31, are you trading back, or you want to keep that high-quality pick? What's up?
No, we're not trading back. We got to get 2 wide receivers out of this. Okay. I think we got everybody on the Ruggs train right now. So we're going in the good direction.
Yeah.
But if we don't get Ruggs, we got to get Judy. And then that gives us someone that's going to get open immediately. Mm-hmm. And then we got to go down and we got to get Mims at 31, or I don't know, that guy Claypool. If you look at his tape, he comes in and he plays big when it's big time. So he might not be the best wide receiver in the draft, but you got to get someone else. Just think about this: you got Ruggs getting the ball, you got Kittle down blocking, you got Mims over there blocking for him, and you got Debo out there too.
That's a big guy blocking. Happen? Claypool,
yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be sick. If we get all that going, we'll be all right.
You remember last year when I think it was Dante, was it what's Smith? What's that wide receiver? Anyway, cornerback. Anyway, Jalen Hurd and him actually were getting into fights because Hurd was taking the blocking too seriously, according to him.
Yeah.
Dante
Yeah.
Johnson. I said, that's why I like Hurd. I wish to God he'd be healthy because this man has an attitude. I love
Yeah,
a
I
big
wish we
man with an
knew if he
attitude.
was healthy.
Oh,
I wish we knew how healthy he was because we don't know, and it's getting to us. So there's another guy, that Arizona State guy, Ayuk. He's pretty good too. Like, he's got a burst. If he gets the ball and he's got one or two people to beat, he's gone.
Yeah. See, that's that George
Yeah,
Kittle.
I got a list of like 30 wide receivers on my paper. Like, there's so many wide receivers in this draft, it ain't even funny.
I know. This is the year. This is why.
Yeah.
If you get a couple,
You got
it's a
that little
good move.
KJ Hamler. He's fast, but he's too small. He's like 180.
Like Hollywood Brown.
Yeah.
I didn't think Hollywood
There's
Brown
so
was going to
many
make
of
it
them.
through the season. He did, though. I'm surprised. I thought they were going to kill him. The dude looks like he weighs $150.
Yeah.
So I said, man, how's he going to take a hit? But he did. I guess a few times.
Yeah, he did all right. So it sounds like we got everybody on the Ruggs train, though, so that's good.
Yeah,
I'm just hoping we aren't talking him up too much, and then we don't end up getting him. We're all going to be better.
'Cause I got a feeling I think the Cardinals would be smart to get him if, because Lamb has played with Murray before, and he knows their system like back of his hand, right? So it would make sense for them to go get him. Because they figure we got Murray's speed. We don't need another wide receiver. We got Diop. So leave Ruggs alone then.
I've seen something that the three teams that are directly in front of us may be looking at receivers.
Raiders for sure.
So, yeah, and then who else is right in front of us?
Not looked.
I think
But I just know
Arizona.
the Raiders would be. There's other teams that are going to be taking quarterbacks. You got 4 quarterbacks that are going to go ahead, I think, with maybe another position mixed in here and there. But for the most part, a lot of those receivers could be available from 10 on for sure.
You think we're going to take 2 receivers, or you think we're going to go with a DB?
It would make sense to get a DB. Richard Sherman is not going to last more than another year. And if nothing else, he won't be fully effective next year because he slid a little bit this year. And it showed in the Super Bowl. So if you go ahead and get a quarterback now.
I think they'll probably sign him year to year, though. He'll probably take another year, and then they'll see how he does next year, and then give him 1 more year or something.
So you figure at 2 years minimum?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. See, that gives you time to polish up another kid, though. Unless
and then we
Akello
get another guy
suddenly
next
comes
year.
alive.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah.
We got to go, though,
No.
Phil. Let me see you the day after tomorrow, okay?
Okay. I'll talk to you then.
Looking forward to it. I give it.
All right, bye.
Okay. Night. Hey, Nudge. Nudge. All right. See that Nudge may have nodded off. I couldn't wait to say it. IB. Come on in, man.
Ronbo, what's going on? What's going on?
If you've been listening, man, we've been running around like we always do. And we started out looking at what the 49ers was doing with the defense. Since the offense looks like it's doing all right, all you need to do is get that speed merchant at number 13. You know what? I can't imagine a picking any defender until that 5th round. First 2 rounds, though, and don't let there be a premier running back because you know how the 49ers are. Oh, wait a minute. Let me take that back. One thing the 49ers do not do is pick up running backs in the early rounds. 49ers believe they can beat anybody with any running back.
I hope we stay away from that. But I tell you what, though, man, I'm kind of excited about what we picked up today. These 2 free agents. I gotta disagree with Phil, man. Normally Phil's my guy, but today I gotta disagree, bro. I think they making the team, and I think they're gonna make an impact. Ooh. I think at least Walker will be special teams, and I think Hyder will be definitely a rotational guy that we'll see. Mm-hmm. I think the guys are right in the chat, and you'll see it on the net. I think Hyder potentially be replacing Demontre Moore for some reason, to me, I like Demontre, but I think it's
Hyder's even better. I can't wait to see this guy just from what you guys are saying.
Well, he's a big guy, man. He's got great footwork. 6'2".
See, Moore is
and
a
he's
bull
pushing.
rusher. Yeah, if this guy's got technique.
He's got strength. He's he's played all over the line, so he has technique, but he has great fundamentals, and they come with his feet and his handwork. So I think he's a Kris Kocurek guy, so we can't get no better than that. You know what I'm saying?
He knows how it works.
Right. But I think I think it makes sense for us. But the problem is this is the NFL, and these teams and these owners are greedy. They don't like to see other teams succeed. They don't know what we want at 13. I think we want Ruggs, but we're willing to take whatever 3 is available. You know what I'm saying? I think 31. I understand what everybody's saying, but it's like this. This draft is different because this year I think you can afford to get certain players that you normally wouldn't get in the first round. Now, as far as drafting, who you gonna get at 31 if you go DB? Because DBs are deep as well. You got Okuda, which is going to be within the first 10 at least. You know what I'm saying? Then you got you got Christian Fulton, you got C.J. Henderson, you got Gladney. You got a lot of guys when it comes to DB. You know what I mean? So I would suggest me personally, I would like to trade the 31 for like a second and possibly a fourth or something like that, or whatever we can get for it. I think we can get back into it.
And like you say, in the first 2 rounds is probably the abundance of wide receivers and secondary players. You're still going to get a quality pick in that second round. It's not bad. If you want to get the best one, though, you probably get it a little earlier. But yeah.
Well, my point, I know what you were saying as far as don't overstock. But my thing is this, right? If we be patient and we don't waste the pick, and then we trade off that pick and get multiple picks, we're not. One thing you can't never say is you can't wait. There's no such thing as wasting a pick.
Because you never know who it is.
Especially, the success we've had from undrafted free agents, coming out of the draft, none of them players, you can't say they wasted.
You never know.
Yeah,
it could be,
exactly.
The NFL could be made for him. Like George Kittle, who wasn't nothing at Nebraska more than a blocker. Now look at him. We're going to go because we came in late tonight. And we got to move.
Yes, sir. I'll be here tomorrow or whenever you back.
All right.
I'm about to jump in this group with these guys. Yes, sir. Y'all have a good night, man.
Good contribution, too. Appreciate you, fam. All right. Night.
Hey, man.
Naj. Let me check out Naj again. Naj. All right. And $1 bill. Will.
Hey, y'all talking about blowing tops off of defense?
Yes,
I'm about to blow a top off the chat tonight.
All right.
I ain't going offense, and I don't give a damn who don't like it. 13th pick, I'm going with Kinlaw. Javon Kinlaw, man. Let me tell y'all something, bro. Man. That 49 defensive line rotation is missing a piece, and that's Buckner. He gone. Okay? When you start off the game, start off with Ford, start off with Armstead, Buckner, and Bosa. Buckner gone, man. Put Kinlaw in there, man. I'm telling you, man, Kinlaw is, I'm telling you, y'all need to watch this man. Y'all need to watch him do highlight tape. The dude pushes these offensive tackles like it's nothing. He just throws them out the way.
Well, somebody said he
gets
gets
to the
tired.
quarterback.
He gets tired in the fourth quarter.
Ain't we a rotational defense? How? He ain't gonna play the whole game. It's a rotational defense.
I never heard
that. Get tired.
I never heard that report before. But somebody called it earlier tonight and said he gets tired in the fourth quarter. I'm just saying.
He must get him in shape. Well, that column must don't watch the 49 defense because we rotate.
Yes.
We rotate defensive alignment, so ain't no way that man gonna get tired. Man, you get Kinlaw in there, man. He's gonna be disruptive.
They might.
He's good against the pass and against the run, and he bat balls down like it ain't nothing.
They might, everybody, because Kyle might be trying to run people off his scent by only talking to wide receivers at the combine. And, and we're sitting here talking about the benefits of having Ruggs. Kyle probably, they push that narrative just to make sure that the chatter gets louder and louder. And all of a sudden the Cardinals go ahead and pick up Ruggs. Like, I think they're going to do that. But anyway, could be Kinlaw.
I'm telling you, man. If you get Kinlaw, man, this front seven is gonna be so dominant. Jimmy G and the San Francisco 49er offense will be on the field way more often, probably way more often than they was this year. They will have so many opportunities to get back on that field and put up points. I'm telling you, with a guy like that dude, man, that dude is a monster. If you put him next to Armstead, you got two twin towers again. You got both of them coming off that line, beating the run and giving the quarterback a head. What up, Joe? And we might end up getting more turnovers this year than last year if you get this guy. But man, the wide receiver class is deep. I like Mills and Jefferson. I mean, don't get me wrong, Judy, Rudd, and all them, man. I love them too. I like their game and whatnot. But man, we got to keep the defense intact, man. Y'all remember in the Super Bowl, 3rd and 15. 3rd and 15, we did not get to Mahomes, and look what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Look what happened. So I'm telling you, man, you need to get a player in there that can be disruptive. He signed him up for 5 years, 5-year contract, man, and let's get it rolling, man. Get a wide receiver with the 31st pick. You know what I'm saying? Put Mosley out there at the corner. Put Mosley out there and let him start corner. Because he's going to beat out Witherspoon. I don't think Witherspoon will get back on that field. I hope Kyle doesn't keep the faith in him. I hope he just move on from Spoon and just keep his butt on the bench and put Mosley out there with Sherman on the other side,
He
man.
may have been injured.
Man, look, man, Kinlaw is the dude, man. If we don't get Kinlaw, man, I'm be all right. Y'all mess around, Kinlaw will go to the Rams, to the Cardinals, and he gonna give us hell. Watch. Y'all watch. Y'all gonna say, oh, we should have got Kinlaw. We should have got Kinlaw. I'm telling you, let him go to one of the NFC West teams.
Hey, Will, the Rams don't have a first-round pick. I don't know if they have a second.
The Rams gonna be sorry anyway. So if he go to the Seahawks or the Cardinals, game
that could be bad.
We better snatch this man up before he go to one of those teams. I'm telling you, man.
Well, Will, we got to pull up. It's late. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm back to day after tomorrow, though.
All right, man. Shout out to you, Ronbo, man. Shout out to my TNT family, Player Ponder, Trey Trez, Big Show, or Russo, Shay Lewis, all them guys, man. Shout out to the Ronbo Sports Fan Club, Rico, Jersey Joe, Sewell, all them guys, man. Super Bowl 55, Tampa Bay, Florida, the 49ers versus to be announced. All right, man.
Yeah. All right, Will. Night. Hey, Brody.
Hey.
Brody, tonight,
hey.
Kinlaw versus, just recently, Kinlaw versus Ruggs versus Judy, 31. Do you need to get a quarterback now? We're done with the Killo. Mosley can't do it himself. Richard Sherman is going to leave us. Where are you at in all this drama?
I've always, Witherspoon, I've never liked. Ever. Never gonna, I don't think I ever will. I liked Mosley.
I don't know what happened.
I've always liked Mosley.
Yeah.
But what I actually am thinking, people are disrespecting CeeDee Lamb. My God, that guy, I mean, I know he's not the fastest, but he plays faster than he runs normally. And look at that catch against Texas where he shook the guy off his back, sidelined, and tiptoed on the sideline. We could use someone like that.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I missed that last part. Go ahead.
We could use someone like CeeDee Lamb. We could use him like a gadget player. He can also just go up and get the ball.
Mm.
Did you see that play that he had against Texas?
No, because I don't get a chance to watch college football. So I only hear about these guys right around now, So, yeah.
Yeah. He caught the ball. There was a guy on his back. He shook him off. Two other guys were chasing him. Tiptoed down the sideline. I think he juked one out before walking into the end zone.
Mm. You know, a lot of those guys look awesome in school, and then they come back and the game gets a little watered down. So that's the only thing, you know. But you know what? Here's the thing. Offensively, we probably need to add some things. Defensively, are we going to be okay? Because, you know, everybody's talking about, like, now the conversation is swinging toward, well, DeForest Buckner's gone now, and if anybody thinks that we're not going to be missing him, I do agree with that aspect of it, but I do wonder, by committee, can you actually do that Buckner was doing? And Buckner had his flaws. Somebody pointed out earlier, he's not perfect. We did have players in there that did okay, but now it's going to be a different strategy anyway. The 49ers are going to shuffle that strategy as far as the defense goes anyway. But what are you thinking on that angle as well?
Okay, I don't think our defense needs too much work because I think that we have an underrated prospect. DJ Jones is really good. Nobody's saying his name. DJ Jones is really good.
I just hope he doesn't get hurt because he tends not to play all whole season. But he was killing it before he got hurt. Man.
I just remember that Seattle. I know this is the play he got injured on, but him like swinging, outrunning Russell Wilson and swinging
grabbed
him
his
down.
butt. DJ, how did he get moved like that? And Rusty's got to slow down between now and next year. He's getting older now.
Yeah.
He's getting fat.
And then anyone could succeed on that D line with Bosa, Armstead, and DeForest. It doesn't matter who you are. You could succeed on that D line. Everyone else will take the attention away from you. I mean, crap, Bosa's only going to get better. DeForest is still like we only had DeForest for like 6 games last year. He had like 6
We had a few more than that, but there was too many weeks that he was missing. Was making me crazy. Man, no more. Remember that game he came out against the Saints? All right, just in time. Beep goes out there. Oh, here he comes. Jesus, he's gonna go.
Like one play.
Oh, he's in a sit. So you know.
But the other thing is, I don't know who he is. I like Texas as a college team because I'm from Texas. But I do wonder. I don't know what his name is, but the wide receiver from Texas is really good. I don't know his name, but
Texas.
That guy can play.
I don't know. It must be anyway. But we got to go, fam. We're out of time. Let's see you in a couple of days. All right.
Okay. See you, Ronbo.
All right. Have a good night. And what? It's Sean. Sean.
Yo, what's up, buddy?
Sean, man, I ain't talked to you in a while. I haven't talked to you since. Did we talk after the Super Bowl? Because I know a lot of people are just now getting over it. You know,
I'm still not over it, man. I'm still not over it, man.
That was ridiculous.
I'm still not over it. Yeah.
Let's go take another.
Well, it's good to be back on the show, man. Good to be back
good
on
to
the
hear
show.
from you, Sean. Shucks, man. And speaking of which, we're sitting up here talking about the defense now, and in combination with 13 and 16, because you know we picked up a couple of guys. We picked up Walker, linebacker. Some people think they're being brought in, like Phil says, just to get cut. And then you got Kyrie. This dude, like one of Kocurek's guys, and
Hyder. You talking about Hyder?
Hyder. I'm sorry. Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens to these guys. And also that 13th pick, you know, it's the debate of the night.
No, we keep that. We keep that, man. Because there's so much we can do, and especially, you know, I know a lot of guys want to go wide receiver, you know, at 13. When you look at what we got and what we dealt with, man, there's a couple receivers on our team that's got to go, man. They got to go. I'm tired of hearing their names. I'm tired of dealing with them. I'm tired of fucking seeing them. They're comfortable, man. They got to go. So, you know, so it's I think with the 13th pick, man, I truly believe that we should go wide receiver with the 13th pick. You know, if none of the guys are there that Shanahan really, really wants, you know, because he's not the type of guy that's going to settle for somebody, especially a receiver. So if the guy that he really, really wants isn't there, then we go ahead and fucking trade back. That's the only scenario that's going to happen. If the guy that he really wants isn't there, we're trading back.
Sean, see, now that's why I want to ask you. Now, Kinlaw's name's come up about 2 or 3 times due to the fact that Defoe's missing. Can you actually replace Defoe with a guy out of school right now, do you think?
Here's the thing with Defoe, and I love Defoe, man. I had his jersey, I rocked it all the time, man. I love me some Buckner, but the thing is, the truth of the matter is, man, is he regressed the last couple of years. Like each year, it seemed like
all of us are. Nobody's holding back on that. I do think I agree. He didn't bring it last season like you expected, did he?
But the thing that we could all say about Buckner, man, he was fucking durable. You know, he was a guy that was, that was
missed one game.
Yeah, and that's acceptable for how hard that game is, especially at that level. So, even if you miss 2 or 3 games, even if you miss 2 or 3 games, you can't be mad at that. But, it was one of those things where he just kind of regressed a little bit, And as much as I love Buckner, I would have loved to keep him, but I don't see how we could have just paid the man $21 million a year. You know what I mean? And I'm happy for him, man. He got that payday. So being here in the Midwest, I'm gonna be able to see him play. I'm gonna be able to see him play a lot. You know what I mean? But realistically, I was once we signed Armstead, I knew he was gone.
Did you?
Once the news broke that we signed Armstead to an $85 million a year, 5-year, $85 million, I knew he was gone. Me and my brother was talking about. As soon as that dropped, me and my brother sent a text at the same time. Buckner's out.
I just didn't know how much he was asking for. If I'd known he was asking for 21, I'd have been right with you and your brother. No, Armstead, that's it. He can't stay.
Well, I'm not going to say that I knew that he was asking for 21, but I knew he was going to ask for more than what Armstead was willing to take.
Oh, that's what I mean. That would figure too.
Yeah, especially with Armstead, he was banged up. He missed a lot of time. And he went through some things, but when he came back healthy, man, he was ready to rock. He was ready to bang. Yeah, well, so I know that's what Defoe was comparing him to.
Yeah, Sean, we got to go because it started too late tonight. But listen, now that you've healed up somewhat, we'll hear from you again shortly, I guess. All of us are still in trouble.
I got my hands in everything, man. I got my hands in everything, man. I stay busy, so I don't know when's the next time I get on, but I'll get back with you soon.
I'll be looking forward to it. All right, Phil. Have a good night,
all right,
Sean.
Man. Hey, man, be safe out there. Yes, sir. Be safe.
You too. And
over now.
Thanks, Sean. Let's go check out. Hey, Sheik.
What's up, Ronbo? What's going on, man?
Well, Sheik, man, we're looking at the 49ers piling up stockpile of players. But actually, you know what's so funny? Because these two guys, both of them feel a function, though. So as Phil was saying, those guys aren't going to do it. These guys aren't going to make the team. They might, though. Walker is good on special teams. He did a good job against us when he was playing with the Cardinals, right? And then you look at this guy, is it Hyder? I think, yeah. Give me these guys' name.
The defense, the lineman,
This guy coming off the edge, and if anything we need is insurance for Mr. All-Pro. I mean, we don't. How many games is Fred going to give us? Ford going to give us? God, he is so good. Yeah. But when he's missing, it's like, wow, unbalanced. So it's like you got to find a way to keep it at least. If we lose, what percentage you'd say? He represents about 40% of that defense. Between him and Bosa, that's 40% each. And, maybe Bosa has 50%. And the rest of the guys take 10%. So, God, I'm a little concerned.
Yeah. Well, another thing, too, Ronbo, I don't think he's going to be, making a big difference, but he might be like a Zettel or DeMonte Moore kind of stats because he is a Kocurek guy. Yeah. Because he played in Detroit, the defensive lineman. So that definitely helps. Special teams, we need definitely. Alshire, I really like him as a player and as a special team guy. So I'd rather keep him over the other, the guy that we picked up today. So I think 4 linebackers is key. So these guys are just camp bodies, let's be honest, or a special team. Mm-hmm. The defensive lineman guy that we picked up today, he's like a bulldozer hit. I was watching a little film on him. He just has one move. He's nothing special, but he's a good run stopper, I guess, what I'm hearing from when he was playing with the Lions. But we'll see. But yeah. But Ronbo, it does a lot of chitter chatter in the chat, like the Kinlaw family, the Ruggs family, Judy, the gang, represent CD.
It's like Leon said, you guys talk about Judy like he's slow.
No, he's not. He's not.
That's Leon. I love it.
But let me just say this, like, everybody, who's going to be the replacement for Defoe? Well, let's see. I think the guy that has been playing with two different teams, same type of body style that we just recently re-signed, Eric Armstead, could take that role of DeForest Buckner. With next to him could be Jones. And we could get a little later on. We don't have to push and get another defensive lineman.
Oh, that's
13 picks. Yes.
That's right. Don't force that issue. Let Jones have
Don't
that
force
job.
it.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's proven. Last year what he's been doing. He dominated. I was right there when that happened, when he did it with Seattle. I was watching it, and I was amazed by it.
Little Russie down. God, that's amazing. 300,
exactly.
how much?
Unfortunately, 300 pounds or something like that. Yeah, but he's quick, man. He's a quick 300 pounds. But let me just say about this the chit chatter about the wide receiver over defensive line and the wide receiver class that everybody likes. Ruggs is a good player. Don't get me wrong, but some people compare him to a John Ross. Some people compare him to like a one-trick pony. This one side, he has nice routes. He does. Oh. He has nice routes. Don't get me wrong. I think
he's bigger than those guys.
John Ross, but do you want a wide receiver that's speed one side, or do you want a route king that Jerry Jeudy is, or you want a CD Lamb that's power, who gives you crazy catches? Let's be honest. We need that number one is between Jerry Jeudy or CD Lamb. Either or, that's a 13 pick. It's going to happen, Ronbo, because how I look at the Jets.
If they both come down.
Yeah, I say we trade up.
I'd like to.
I think Jaguars, we should definitely give a call. Yeah. Call with Jaguars, because the Jaguars, their defense is crap. And if they really want to get Kinlaw or whoever is available, let's go trade up with them.
So you give them 13, you give them 13, 31. How are they going to turn that down?
No, I want to give them both. I'll probably give a future second, maybe a first. No, you just get a future second. That's too much. A future second, and a couple of one at 5 and a 7, and maybe a good one.
All right, we got no starting fights. We're out of time though. Let's continue this today after tomorrow, and they'll be waiting for you in the chat.
And Russo will get off that Kinlaw. Get off it. Nothing. Get Jerry. Get on the wide receiver.
Go get him, Sheik.
All right. Facebook, hit that like for Ronbo Sports Sub. All shares on all the platforms. Go Niners, baby. We're coming.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Sheik has spoken. I love it. Sheik, have a good night, fam. And I love it when everybody stands their ground. Don't be afraid because you're going to get beat up in the chat. Get beaten up in the chat. It's fun. And you can fight back. Night, Sheik.
Yes, always. We're coming after you. All right, later.
That's what I love about this. Emotions are always tuned way up. It's healthy. It's good for you, right? And Mark Lamar. I see now. Mark, God, there's another guy that's recovering. Sean, we haven't heard from Mark in weeks. This offseason is trash unless we get CD/Judy. Mark, you missed the earlier discussion. We have a case. Our client is Henry Ruggs. There's reasons why we're backing him up on this. And our client believes that he can come in and make sure that people like the Honey Badger are not sitting around 2 inches behind the strong safety saying things like, man, don't worry about it, man. We got this, man. Anybody sitting out, I got this. You ain't got nothing. When Ruggs runs that route, if you're still standing there, Mr. Boy, hey, Naj. I think Naj is done for the night. Hey, Hayden.
Hey, Ronbo.
Hayden. Well, Hayden,
hey,
we're delighted.
Hey, Ronbo.
Yes. I was about to say we're delighted tonight to say that Ronnie Blair is going to be a 49er next year. It has been confirmed. We're also adding other guys that we think that can help us, but they've got to come in and get a job first. Can these guys come in and break a place into this lineup?
Are you talking about the free agents we just signed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could be.
The linebacker Joe Walker, I think that's his name, right?
That's him.
I think he'll replace Elijah Lee.
Yeah, I do too, actually. I see him actually making it. Yeah. All right. How about Hyder?
And then the defensive tackle, I forgot his name.
I know his name's hard to remember, isn't it? Hyder. It's Kerry Hyder. Yeah.
Yeah, Hyder. He'll probably have a rotation role.
Does he beat out DeMontre? Yeah, DeMontre Moore. I thought he should have made the team last year and they cut him. So they cut him this year. I'll be surprised, actually. But this is one of Kocurek's guys. So maybe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I was thinking about it. I'm with you, Ronbo. Henry Ruggs is the guy.
Yeah.
So they're probably going to stock us and go for defense again.
Yeah,
because that's what the Niners do. Hold on. No. He has to be injured. He has to be injured.
Because you know what? Safeties like Tyrann Mathieu not being concerned and playing up close to the line, that smothers the run game. That ruins the intermediate routes. You don't want too many secondary people hanging around in the middle of the field. You got to get those guys to move back. They got to have respect for the 49ers' speed. We don't have that kind. We got guys who can run great routes. Debo can get open anytime he wants, it seems. We don't have Emmanuel Sanders anymore. So he was good at that too. So you gotta get those guys, get up out of that middle of the field. You guys gotta move back. See, and you're gonna have to get somebody fast. But I mean, that's my reason behind that. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I was thinking Henry was 13. I don't know who's 31 because it seems like it's going. It doesn't. It was safety, but then we signed Jimmy Ward.
There's going to be an option. I think they don't keep 31. They're going to either trade back or trade up, one or the other. 31's it's a useless pick.
What?
Hayden? No, I'm just looking at 31's kind of a useless pick. I either trade it back or trade it up. But staying at 31, I'm in the second round already. I got one pick away from the second round. So I might as well trade up if I can, or trade back in the second round and give me some picks. It's a throwaway pick.
Yeah, because it was our only pick, but then DeForest Buckner just vanished out of nowhere.
Yeah, Buckner. Yeah, I can't wait to watch Indy next year because last year, Hayden, and we don't have to feel bad about saying this, but did you notice Buckner had his days last year when he really had nothing to do with what was going on the field? I mean, he takes up a lot of blocks and everything like that, but it just seems like some games he just wasn't having an impact.
No, I know.
So we'll see. He was.
Yeah.
He made the Pro Bowl as an alternate. So I don't know. I still like him. I would have liked to kept him.
I just hope Walker and Kerry
Hyder.
I actually make the team because I don't want to waste money,
Yeah, well, it's true. We would have got to cut him. Hey, we're gonna go. I'm gonna see you day after tomorrow. We're out of time. We started too late tonight, so let me see you then. Okay? Good stuff as usual. Night, bye. And that's puro Niner. And it was I said Bethel. It's Beto, Beto, Beto. Right? I remember that. Hey, and Justin Jefferson, 18th overall. He says, I forgot to ask for a Niner shout out. Hook me up. Can do that, Beto. Beto! Hey, all right. We're done for the night. Okay. Hey, found Shea Lewis is going to mention, he says, top 5 wide receivers in the league all ran a 4.5. Speed doesn't matter as much in pros, technique over to everything. That's true, Shea, but we got guys who can run routes. I mean, I'll put Kendrick Bourne up against any route runner coming in right now. Kendrick can run routes when he does them the right route. But he's good at it when he does. Debo gets open pretty much at will. But I know what you're saying. If you do have to cost it, I wish we could have both. You know, Dante runs routes. Man, he can run route. We'll see. Fam, I'm going to go ahead, hit that like. I'm going to roll. It's late night. Let's you get to. Okay, so no, we're not. All right. Hey, Chase.
What's up, Ronbo?
Chase, man, I was sitting there going over the 2 players the 49ers picked up today. Are they going to be on this team? Are they just camp fodder? Or can we use them? And Ronnie Blair will be healed up and ready to go at the beginning of the season.
Oh, I'm a big Ronnie Blair fan, so I'm ecstatic about that news. I'm not too familiar with the other 2 dudes that we signed, though.
Yeah, actually, Walker was tough. We played the Cardinals last year. You know, Walker took out the first stringer there somehow. Anyway.
I saw that. Yeah, I read that on, I think, Instagram. Someone posted that. So that says something.
He's one of those guys that just gets better and better, works hard at getting better. So he's a good football player. He'll take out. Elijah Lee is gone. So you want to go ahead and keep a guy like Walker in case he's needed.
Right.
And then, is it possible to get enough pass rushers? I mean, you look at Hyder. I got to look more at him. I haven't seen any film of him yet. But you look at Hyder. I do worry. Last year we ran out of edge rushers. Broke his arm. I mean, let's see. When did DeMontre break his arm? Anyway,
DeMontre Moore, yeah.
DeMontre, you can't break your. Oh, what are we going to do now? So you got Eric Armstead out there running from the edge. I don't want Eric Armstead running the edge. I want him in the interior. So, and then you got Nick Bosa overworking because we don't have anybody else. Nick was trying to do it all himself. He said, well, I'm gonna switch around the line and go where I'm thinking I can be most effective. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, of course. He should be where he's most comfortable, obviously. But you think they'd try Solly at the edge again? Or, I mean, from what I know, he's more impactful on the inside.
I know, but he wasn't even. Chase, I'm concerned about Solly. He wasn't even that effective on the inside. He was okay. But
I know.
Come on, Solly. You work as hard as you do. You got Nick over there teaching you things. He's a rookie, and you're still struggling.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I saw that. Nick showing him techniques on the sideline.
That was sad, wasn't it? Dang. And Solomon looked all confused and really, how do you do that?
Yeah.
God, Solomon, get together with Kocurek and the line coaches and do your homework before the game. The camera's on you, Solomon. You're making us lose confidence in you. I was really worried about that when I saw that.
I mean, we all lost confidence in Armstead, and then he breaks out, and so that's just how. I mean, everybody in the fucking world except for Mostert's family lost confidence in him, and then he comes and does what he did.
Did you say Mostert?
So you never know. I mean, my thing is with these 2 signings today, I think it's all about depth, obviously. Like, you never know what might happen. Shanahan's a mastermind. But that just brings me back to our previous conversation. We were talking about the draft, and I don't feel that trading back. I mean, I'd be cool with trading back from 31 to get an extra pick or 2, but man, we got to stay put at 13 and grab an elite wide receiver.
That's right.
Because my thing is, like, people are so concerned with getting more draft picks. But you think about last year's draft, it was the 4th round, I believe, is when we had a shot at Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. He's blowing up on the Saints right now. He's a safety out of Florida. I loved him coming out of the draft. I mean, I'm all about researching draft prospects, and I mean, we had a shot at him, and we traded out of that slot, and we drafted Mitch Wisnowski. And
people are still mad about that too.
you know, the thing is, like, they said that they made that decision because, I mean, they needed players that they're confident in beating out the players that we already got on the squad.
And didn't we already get rid of what's our punter that used to bother me so bad? Anyway, Bradley Pinion. We had to have Mitch.
Yeah.
You know, that's all right.
Of course.
Mitch. I want to see him use Mitch more dimensional. Mitch has got 3 different levels of football player in him.
They need to do a fake punt with him.
Yes,
yeah,
the fans were waiting for that all season long. Hey, Chase, we're going to go. Let me see you day after tomorrow, okay?
Yeah, I'll talk to you soon, man. I appreciate you taking my call.
Appreciate you, Chase. Have a good night.
All right, you too, bro.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to go ahead and move on out here, Bam. Hey, listen, I never say anything about it because I know you know better, man. But take every precaution you can, man. We got to get this virus. It has got to lay flat. No more new cases. As soon as that happens, we'll be on the other side of this because it's, it's gotten insanely crazy. So anyway, be careful. And I'll see you there tomorrow. Did you hit that like?